Beef. What's up, Zero? Good morning. Good morrow. Hello. Meow. The dog. You're a friendly stream, yeah. Just for you, Gel Del Ernesto. Just for you. Just for you. Not just for you. I had some time. Today. I meant to stream last night and I was just a little busy with stuff, so I thought I would do a short little stream today. If that's okay with you guys. Is that okay with you? Sorry, should I not have went live? Time for us, time for you, just for you. I got some McDonald's. Hold on, let me mute while I open my McDonald's. Here we go. How's it going? How's it going? Dora Carol, thank you for the Tron gift sub.
Dora Curl 3 gifted 1 subscriptions.
TaigaxHolic. Thank you very much, Will. Ooh, Will? Hi, cutie. Can't be on for long. Don't worry. I'm not going to be streaming for a long time today anyway. So as long as you guys can hang out with me, I'm happy to be here with you. What'd you get from breakfast? I got a little breakfast burrito from McDonald's, but I'm not going to lie. It's feeling a little cold. It might have been outside for a hot minute. I might have left it outside for too long. And then I got a hash brown. McDonald's hash brown. I fucking hate McDonald's though. I don't know why I order from there. I don't hate it. It's not bad. It's not as bad as it is in like the United States. It's okay in Canada. Good morning, Macfather. Good morning, good morning. You gotta go to Wendy's for breakfast. It's legit the best fast food breakfast. Legit, like legitimately. Like are you for real, dude? Are you for real right now? Are you fucking for real right now, dog? Hey, don't play with me, man. I'll try it. I'll see. I've never gotten Wendy's. I've never gotten Wendy's breakfast before. Burger King breakfast burrito is for me. I feel like it's sacrilege to go to Burger King and not get a burger though, right? Like, it's kind of weird. It's kind of odd. Kind of a little queer, isn't it? Speaking of a little queer, me. Come on, Snoopy. Come on, Snoopy.
Cheer 15,000 saw your notif. Have a good stream.
Sadon! With the 15! Holy shit. Sadon, thank you so much. How's it going? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm gonna do a squat for every sub. I really want to start working out on stream again. I want to get like, I don't know. Like I have Ring Fit. I want to start doing Ring Fit.
Dora Curl 3 started a new hype train.
Have a good stream.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Ugh. Ugh. The hype train. Ugh. I need to like stretch my bones. Bro's rich. Not that rich. I'm gonna get rich. I'm gonna get rich. I want, you know, it should be incentive. I really just want to start working out again. On the new place I'm moving into, it's gonna be like right next to like a gym. Like it's gonna be like a 10-minute walk from a gym. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of nutty.
Dora Curl 3 gifted 1 subscriptions.
Dora Girl, thank you for the trunk of sub. Gym stream? We could do gym stream. I don't want to dox myself though. Oh, I can't explain it. Hold on. Which end do you eat a burrito from? I never know. Do you eat from the skinnier end or like... the side. That makes sense. Thank you for the TaigaxHolic gift sub. Oh my god. Anytime. I hope you enjoy the sub. I hope you enjoy the motes. Oh my god. Welcome to stream. Ah. And you eat its bottom? I wish somebody would eat my bottom. How come nobody's ever eaten my bottom, huh? What's up with that? Am I hated? Does everybody hate me? Don't answer that. I so desperately wish that we could just like exist in a world without any fandom discourse. And I know that's like never gonna happen, and it never could happen. But my god, dude, Westerners are so fucking annoying. They never shut the fuck up. They're always arguing about something, eh? I don't get it. I don't know, and like, I don't want to assume the Japanese community gets along very well, because like, I simply don't know. I'm just not a part of it. But it has to be better than this, right? Like, I can't imagine that they're arguing about like, oh, is trap a slur? Is otokonoko a slur? Is this a slur? That, you know what I mean? They're probably not doing that. So I long for it. I yearn for it. I really do. Like, I tried to join in on a conversation about like otokonoko stuff, and I realized how fucking futile it is. And then I think I reminded myself like indirectly why I don't do it, like why I don't participate in that shit on Twitter anyway, you know? Because it's really easy to give your opinion on stuff like over VC, but on Twitter everybody's a fucking liar. Everybody's a fucking liar, and everybody's a different definition of everything, and everybody's just like disingenuous as fuck. Like, I need to show you guys some of the shit I've been reading. I don't know, man. But I have been able to see some Japanese people like weigh in on like the femboy versus otokonoko discourse, which has been interesting. Up when you call my name, 'cause I know you're gonna treat me right. So you hate waffles image? No, yeah, it is literally like a so you hate waffles moment, man. Ugh, it's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. I don't hate waffles, I just really like hash browns. The Japanese communities I interact with would rather call you cute and show you their mechas and anime girls over starting stuff like that. It's because they just like keep to themselves, you know? Unless like, you know, they see some blatant disinformation. Like, let me show you guys. Let me burn my hash brown. And then let me show you guys. Because there's a lot to go into. I really think I'm gonna do like a whole ass video on like TaigaxHolic's guide to like femboys, otokonokos, and traps or something, you know? But I know if I do, somebody will get mad because my definition won't match theirs. Like, when I say everybody has a different definition of this stuff, I literally mean it so fucking literally. Nobody knows what the fuck they're talking about. Not even me. It made me realize, though. It made me realize I think, and this is my fan theory, none of this shit is real. Like, none of this shit means anything, I guess is what I'm trying to say. What you know, I don't think being trans means anything. Like, technically. I don't think being a femboy means anything. None of it means anything. Because it can't. Like, we made it so it doesn't. It maybe meant something once, maybe. But now, not anymore. I don't know. If you start defining your definitions, you start from common ground. then you have common ground, then you can stop fighting. Yeah, well, tell that to Twitter. Tell that to fucking Twitter. Let me, like, get up. There's, like, a really good post. Okay, so, like, not a really good post, but there's an interesting post. We'll start with this one, I guess. I guess we'll start with this one. And we'll go from there. So, this is like the original tweet, right? This fucking, like, I don't know. This person just tweeted out, like, the modern femboy archetype and subculture didn't even exist before 2010s. While Bishonen goes back decades. And, like, obviously, like, not true, right? Like, femboys go back decades, but then they put, like, a bunch of fucking asterisks on it, right? So basically, like, this is a Japanese person, by the way. Don't underestimate Japan. Cross-dressing guys have been around since the mythological era, yo. And this guy's like, a cross-dressing femboy doesn't equal cross-dressing. To which they respond like, in other words, it's about a pretty boy who looks good in drag, right? Well, based on my knowledge, they've been around since at least the Edo period. And then they're like, oh, well, femboys are more specific soldier. It's like, okay. So I guess, like, what are you talking about then? Like, what is your definition of femboy then? If you're gonna make a post like this, you need to define what you mean by femboy, because if we're just talking about cross-dressing males, obviously that goes back for a long fucking time. But then this guy is like, so that means you guys are 2,000 years behind Japan. It's like, ugh. Yeah. I'm pretty sure Japan didn't have twinks wearing, and it's like, and then he's like, I'm pretty sure Japan didn't have twinks wearing booty shorts while drinking Monster Energy drink and talking about how fuckable their pussy is 2,000 years ago. And it's like, okay. So if we're talking about, like, yeah, obviously booty shorts didn't, like, fucking exist 2,000 years ago, right? Is that your definition of femboy? Are we defining femboy based on what clothes they wear today? Because, like, I don't know, fucking pogs didn't exist until the 90s, right? Okay, but, like, you know, autism still was a thing. People still collected shit. Like, I don't even get, like, it's just such a fucking, like, bullshit definition. It is such a fucking limited definition to be like, so yeah, I guess, like, if your definition of femboy is, like, someone who wears booty shorts, yeah, booty shorts didn't exist until they existed. So the culture that wears booty shorts didn't exist until booty shorts existed. But that's not, like, a real definition, right? Like, if your definition starts and stops with booty shorts, you might be a retard. Sorry, I'm getting upset. I'm getting too heated, but like you guys don't understand what I'm saying, right? Oh. Arguing semantics with someone literally speaking a different language, yeah. So then they reply, it's not like I particularly want to hear about your preferred femboy style or anything. That's the thing, right? Because, like, this is just, like, at this point, what you're splitting hairs about isn't whether or not femboys existed before 2010. It's about whether this style of cross-dressing existed before 2010. So, like, yeah, obviously, like, at a certain point, you know, when people were cross-dressing, they weren't wearing booty shorts because booty shorts were a thing. It wasn't the style, okay? Monster Energy drink hadn't been invented yet. It hadn't become a meme. Hadn't become, like, a cultural focal point, okay? But that doesn't mean femboys didn't exist. Unless your definition of femboy is literally just Monster Energy drink and booty shorts, in which case, like, you know, you're not worth having a conversation with, right? Like, we're not operating on the same IQ level here. Not worth talking with. If I had $1 for every time I've had this conversation with a woke who couldn't define gay in June with a guy named June and men, I don't even know what's going on. It's really sad that some of these Japanese people are going, oh no, it's offensive. I'm sorry. What about it is offensive? And the answers they get make no sense to them. Well, of course they wouldn't make any sense because it's like a totally different fucking culture, you know? It's not like so this guy's just obviously being sarcastic and like taking the piss. He's like, it's not like I particularly want to hear your preferred femboy style or anything, but I see. So that's the kind of thing you're into, huh? Like it's, you know, that kind of response. Cross-dressing guys, including in a sexual sense, and tomboy girls have existed in the world of entertainment for thousands of years. Fact, right? Fact. Cross-dressing has been a thing. So to say like, oh, femboys didn't exist until 2010 when like we objectively have like femboy characters in anime cross-dressing, probably wearing shorts as well. Like I don't see what the fucking, like, oh, they're wearing shorts so they're not real. Like what are we complaining about? What are we even putting out, you know? femboys that wear shorts didn't exist until 2010? Like, sorry, I'm slapping my fucking chest. Like, I'm making fun of this guy. At this point, I only feel like the culture the US has is outrage, grifting, and baiting. Yeah, 100%. 100%. So anyway, like, I saw this, and it just made no sense to me. And then he says, like, basically, he's like, I'm pretty sure Grok translation just making shit up at this point. And he says, if I've hurt your pride as a femboy in any way, I apologize. I'm not even one. I'm not even a femboy. It's like, But yeah. But like, yeah, this person made this post and like, somehow they got 3 fucking K likes on this garbage. But luckily, like, the Japanese community found it and they were like, hey moron. Like, hey moron, 27K likes on like, don't underestimate Japan, cross-dressing guys have been around, you know? Like, they're, you know, putting them in their fucking place. To which they responded. And I say, like, this is Otokonoko erasure, by the way. And I got, like, you know, I'm dunking on him, too. How are you doing today, Taiga? I'm okay. How are you doing, Rio, you? Welcome to stream. But anyway, it's just basically a bunch of posts pointing out, like, hey, look at all of the femboys who have existed. Oh, look, it's a femboy in booty shorts, guys. I thought booty shorts didn't exist until 2010. How is this possible? Chat, how is this possible? Shorts didn't exist until 2010. It's so fucking frustrating though, because like I feel like if their goal is to criticize like this like a specific subculture under the femboy label, like that makes sense, okay? But like the problem is in the West, femboy is used to describe like 200 different things, okay? Because like basically anybody in the West is gonna look at Astolfo, like all the anime Otokonoko, and be like, that's a femboy, right? You're just gonna look at like YaHolic, Astolfo, Hidori, okay? And name any anime femboy and you're gonna call him a femboy, right? In the West, okay? But obviously that does look very different from like IRL femboy culture, you know, in the West from like Zoomer femboys, right? Like, you know, the younger generation where they're wearing like the Amazon basics and shit, okay? And that does look very different. But if that's your goal, if your goal is criticizing that, then you need to be more specific. You can't just be like, oh, the modern femboy. Because like there's still plenty of people who do subscribe to like Otokonoko culture as their definition of femboy. But whatever. This is basically just a case of like this guy's criticizing shit in a way that I think is dumb and bad and makes him look stupid. I think they quote tweet yeah, here. Look, and this is like crazy. This is the crazy shit I've ever seen. Look at this, read this. The Japanese should bother learning English before... Sorry. The Japanese should bother learning how to speak basic English and become able to interpret simple sentences in English before trying to get into a conversation. I believe the auto-translator is correcting femboy to Otokonoko, and they're stupidly trying to correct me. Imagine pivoting to racism when you get proven wrong. See, the thing is, like, the Japanese people responding to this tweet very much can understand basic English, because basic English vernacular does, like, draw comparisons to femboy and Otokonoko, because they are inherently similar, okay? Very, very similar concepts. And most people in the West do use femboy as a sub-in for Otokonoko when referring to anime characters, which is what people are even responding to. So like this, it's so fucking stupid for a multitude of reasons, but also like it's not basic English they would need to learn. They would need to learn like the intricacies of like modern Zoomer femboy culture and how that intersects with like trap culture, Otokonoko culture, and you know, just how like we as a community define these words. So it wouldn't even be basic English that they would need to understand what the fuck you were talking about, because you're a goddamn mongoloid and you don't know how to express yourself in a real fucking sentence. Like you don't know how to write a fucking sentence. Okay. But nice, you know, be racist. You know, racism is really cool though. And then he says like, that Otokonoko existed before 2010s, which is true, and also something I never claimed to be true. Well, kind of is. It kind of is, right? To anybody who like, you know, uses femboy to describe Otokonoko, that's kind of what you said. That's kind of what you said. Nobody knows what the fuck you mean personally when you say modern, quote, femboy archetype. That's why you have to actually, like, be specific. Because if your criticism is, like what? What is your criticism? Because, like, what is your definition at that point, you know? What is your definition of fucking femboy at that point? He's got no idea. Anyway, I just reply, like, lol, the pivot to racism when you get proven wrong is a great look. And they didn't even reply. Fucking coward. didn't reply. Not that I would have responded to them if they did, but like, you know. Japanese people aren't like this. They agree with me, and when Japanese people disagree, there's the racism, the narcissist prayer. No, for real, it's so fucking weird. So they say this, and then everyone's like, not very welcome you, not very welcome you. Femboys existed since before 2010s. So like, you're so defensive of your femboys? I am, and I'm not, because like, I don't think there's anybody more critical of like, there's like a subsect, there's like a femboy subculture that I'm a little critical of, okay? Or rather not critical of, like, I'm critical of it, not in a way that like, oh, it shouldn't exist, but like, you know, like I like dissecting it. I like talking about it. I like figuring that shit out. This person basically just, I don't know, shot themselves in the foot, wrote a poorly constructed sentence, and then just like pivoted to racism when nobody, you know, understood. Because like, I still don't really know what they mean by the modern femboy archetype, okay? Because like, there's definitely a group of like femboys who, you know, wear that like Amazon bait. Like, are they talking about the Amazon Basics femboys? What are they really referring to? Because like, again, femboys are so fucking varied. Femboys are so varied, okay? There's no like one femboy community. There's like a gajillion femboy subcultures under the umbrella term femboy. And you know, some of them go with otakonoko, some will go with trap, some go under femboy, and there's like a bunch of overlap for each of them. So there is no one modern femboy archetype or subculture, you know? It just doesn't exist. It's not a thing. Anyway, this guy replies, only part of your statement is turning into misleading trend news. It's X's algorithm is to blame. Forgive them. They don't know the flow of the original discussion. Untrue. I think, well, I mean, like, I understand that. I forgive people for reading this and being like, what the fuck do you mean modern femboys don't exist? You know, never existed before 2010. Because most people's idea of a modern femboy is gonna be like, anime femboys? Astolfo? Just cross-dressing characters, right? Like, I'm still not even sure what they mean specifically, right? Like, what are they talking about? Anyway, and then they say, I never claimed that to never to be true. Again, another case of 90 IQ primates incapable of basic literacy hitting their heads and seething over a tweet of mine they misinterpreted. Just the fucking racism. Imagine calling all Japanese people 90 IQ primates. Holy fuck. Holy fuck, that's crazy. And then I like this tweet because I forget what it said, but yeah. Twitter is a jungle with a lot of opinions from many different individuals. Most are engagement farming, by the way. Yeah, I guess so, probably. Anyway, this person says, I see. I've got the difference between femboy and otakonoko if the explanation in the attached image is correct. And I don't, like, I can't translate this, so like, I don't know if that's correct or not. However, your claim that the prototype of femboy and its subculture didn't exist before 2010 is wrong. For starters, most subcultures have already been expressed by Osuma Tezuka, who is the creator of like what, King of the White Lion, Astro Boy, etc. I've been another Twitch kitty. How's it going? Rabbit Wolf is kind of gay. Welcome to stream. We're talking about femboys and otakonoko. And then they say, I quite literally never claimed the prototype of femboy and its subculture didn't exist before 2010s. Those are not my words. I have never said that in my life, and I explicitly stated the opposite 3 times already. How can you be so retarded? Not very woke of you. Not very woke of you. It's literally pointless to argue in any way with imbeciles like you. You cannot read. You're a fuck. Why is this guy aggro over Japan? Like, I don't know. Like, if the Japanese community gave me this much attention on my posts, why would you be this aggro towards them? This is a fucking learning opportunity. It'd be so cool to interact with like the other side of the community for once. Why are they so fucking insane? The modern femboy archetype and subculture didn't exist before 2010s. Yeah, that's literally what they said, true. They're like, I never claimed the prototype of femboy. Yeah, it's like, yeah, you did. You claimed the modern femboy archetype and subculture did not exist before the 2010s. Does that mean the translation here isn't working properly? It's clearly stating that it didn't exist. So they're just fucking gaslighting this Japanese dude. Like, you know, they can read just fine. I think they understand English probably better than the original poster does. Also, I have vocabulary and reading comprehension for certification level 2, university graduate working adult level, and create problems for the Japanese language. So I can read characters just fine. Oh my god, fucking owned, dude. Fucking owned, dude. I find that hilarious, though. I thought that was pretty funny. Yeah, the original poster does sound like an incel. Wouldn't be surprised. Wouldn't be surprised. But anyway, that was a funny one. Are you implying that the Japanese don't know English? It's literally taught in Japanese schools. Kinda odd, so many of them have been unable to interpret a basic sentence correctly. It's like, no. It's not that they're unable to interpret your basic sentence, it's that you're using a definition of femboy that nobody else subscribes to, then getting mad when nobody else knows what your secret definition of femboy is. You fucking... Ironic though, because I don't even think it looks like they don't speak English. Kind of ironic. What definition did they use for femboy? Well, that's the thing, right? They haven't even, like, defined it yet. They're just like, that's not what I mean. That's not what I mean. That's not what I mean by femboy. It's like, oh, okay. So what do you mean? Why femboy isn't the same as otokonoko is more of a usage on how it was used in context. The reality is, it doesn't always overlap. Please don't ignore cultural context of things. This is the problem with Western people. That is quite literally my point. I'm pointing out how otokonoko is distinct from femboy. The usage and cultural context are unique. It is and it isn't, though. It is and it isn't, right? Like, everybody in the West is gonna look at otokonoko in the East and be like, oh yeah, that's a femboy. Or they're gonna look at otokonoko in anime and be like, oh yeah, that's a femboy. But femboy also has its, it has another subculture, like in real life, that a lot of people like kind of go for. It has its own aesthetics, I'd say. I wouldn't even say that it's like different definitionally. Like it's a feminine boy. It's a cross-dressing boy. But like aesthetically, it's definitely different from East to West, 100%. Definitionally, there's still a lot of overlap. So like, that's why people are confused when you say modern femboys didn't exist, because they're thinking, if you look at modern otokonoko in Japan have existed for like what, 40 fucking years? Over 40 years? Like since the Edo period? Even longer? Okay? So like, you kind of need to define what you mean by femboy. And maybe instead of saying it just didn't exist outright, break down what you're talking about specifically. Because I don't know what you're talking about. And I don't even know what is even the point, right? Like, which femboys are we saying didn't exist before 2010? And what's the point? They don't deserve to exist because they didn't exist before 2010? Like, what are you trying to say? Like, what is the purpose? I actually know their language and customs better than them. Are we dead ass? I don't know Japanese better than them, but I'm sure I know English better than almost every single person quoting me, trying to correct me by beginning a claim I never even made to begin with, but you did make it, you stupid fucking bitch. You don't know English. You learn English. Go learn fucking English. Your English sucks. In English, we don't vague post. We don't use definitions that nobody else uses. What are you, fucking Jordan Peterson? Define femboy. So I'm getting heated up here, guys. But I think I've earned it. Pervert? Why do we change to racism when proven wrong?
Hello, sinner.
The modern femboy archetype and subculture didn't exist. Like, there is a specific subculture of femboy that probably didn't exist before 2010. I would even say before 2016, 2015. Like, if we're talking about, like, the Amazon Basics femboy, like, sure, that aesthetic definitely didn't come about probably before 2015. Okay? But if that's our only definition of femboy, and if that's the definition of femboy that we're operating under, sure. What's your point? But sure. Sure, that aesthetic didn't crop up. That aesthetic didn't crop up until around 2015-ish, sure. The Amazon Basics fit, that's pretty new. Or I guess like a decade old. I guess it's a decade old at this point, but it's just TikToks with the kids dancing in maid outfits. Yeah, 100%. Like, maid outfits were a thing for forever, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with dancing around in a maid outfit. I don't think you're a bad person because you danced around in a maid outfit. I don't think your version of femboyism is less valid because you danced around in a maid outfit on TikTok, Like, utterly irrelevant. Ultimately, like, kind of irrelevant. Either way, you know what I mean? When I think modern femboy, I think internet dwelling, Twitch streaming, bad dragging, buying. I've never bought a bad dragon. So. just the Western femboy stuff booming, but there's still like a huge chunk of Western femboys like who are very much like do subscribe to the otokonoko culture or like classic, even classic like trap culture. You know what I mean? And trap culture was like explicitly derived from otokonoko culture. You know? So like this, it's just a weird like hill to die on. Like I don't know. It's just like a weird definition, a weird vague definition that nobody else really like knows what you're talking about, except for Westerners. But like for a lot of people, the modern femboy very much is like what otokonoko is to people. Like that's what it is to me. You know what I mean? Sort of, to an extent. Prior to the widespread use of femboy, the Western fans were calling them traps. This continued until there was a concerted campaign to ban the term by people who insisted it was somehow a slur against trans people in spite of never being directed at them. I still use traps. I think I still want to use, like, I don't know, I like trap. I like trap. More so than femboy. Like, what are my options if I don't love femboy, you know, for myself? What are my options? Trap, otokonoko, that's kind of it. So I either have to be told I'm using a slur when I'm not, or use a term that nobody will understand, or be forced to use femboy, which I don't want to, even if I don't want to. I got them cute denim skirt and it has one pocket. What do you put in that one single pocket? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe like your keys. Put your keys in there. Using a slur against yourself is sort of hot. I agree, Urban. I fucking agree.
Using a slur against yourself sorta hot.
Not wrong. Not wrong, Urban. I want to read some more replies. There was like one really good response that I wanted to find. Maybe I can't find it though. Maybe it's not here. You forgot cultural context. It is primarily a form of gender expression rather than a specific gender identity or sexual orientation. While many otokonoko identify as cisgender men who enjoy feminine fashion, the term is also sometimes used for by or for trans feminine individuals. Yeah. Or rather, if I was going to clarify this, I would say, while many otokonoko identify as cisgender men who enjoy feminine fashion, the term is also used by or for some who, by Western standards, would be considered trans feminine, right? Does that make sense? Because I don't think they're calling like, oh, I'm trans femme in Japan. They're like, I'm otokonoko. And like, they might be on HRT, and that might qualify them as trans femme in like the Western idea, but like plenty of femboys are also on HRT in the West, and they aren't trans femme because they don't say that they are. So just like femboys on HRT aren't trans femme just because, you know, because they still identify as femboys. Otokonoko are still otokonoko, you know? Unless they literally like are calling themselves trans femme, you know what I mean? Unless they're literally saying, yeah, I am trans femme, and then sure, they are, whatever, you know what I mean? Like, you know, call yourself whatever you want. But I don't think it's accurate to be like, actually, that's trans femme, because it's like, no, this is their culture, and this is their version of their culture, and you can't just like ascribe your own labels on top of their culture, even if there are overlaps, you know? In my opinion. Maybe I don't know if though. Maybe there's like a huge trans femme scene in Japan, and like there are people like, oh yeah, I'm a trans femme otokonoko. It's like, you know? But I think that would contradict the idea of otokonoko because it's explicitly like a pun on like male daughter, etc. And people in the West, trans femmes in the West really don't like even any implication that, they don't like any implication for any reason that like I'm a boy, you know? They want to erase that. They'll get really mad if you say that they're a boy for basically any reason. Isn't that taking resources away from gender-affirming care for people who are dysphoric? Isn't what taking resources away? Sorry. I'm bad with the pronoun game. I don't know what we're talking about. I don't know what you're asking about. What are you saying is taking resources away? Have a good one, Surfo Boss. Have a good one. I mean, femboys who take HRT? No. I don't think so. Well, here's the thing. If there's a femboy who's taking HRT, why do you think that would be? If someone is taking HRT, it's probably because they do have, like, you know, dysphoria, you know? Just because someone doesn't explicitly identify as a trans woman does not mean that they don't experience dysphoria. Everybody experiences dysphoria. So if a femboy wanted to take HRT to get a more feminine body and, you know, maybe like, you know, help with their hair growth and get better skin, softer skin, they would still have dysphoria, right? They'd still be getting treatment for that. So just because they don't explicitly identify as trans doesn't mean they don't deserve to get that gender affirming care, right? Yeah, dysphoria and dysmorphia are not trans exclusive. Exactly. Which is, I think that's a mistake a lot of people make, because they just automatically assume, oh, well, if you have dysphoria, like you should be calling yourself a girl and you want to do this and that. And it's like, listen, if I don't need to go on HRT or get surgery or have body dysmorphia to be trans, I also don't think that like I need to be trans to have those things. You know what I mean? It just seems like this weird push to be like, everybody's trans all the time, no matter what, you know? Oh, but you don't need this to be trans. You don't need this to be trans. You don't need any of this to be trans. Oh, but you're a femboy and you want to go on HRT? Oh, well, you need to be trans to do that. Like, you know, I hate that. I hate that mentality. I hate that mentality. Basically, to be trans, there's like no requirements, but if you want to do the things that trans people like, you know, have access to, now you have to be trans. It's like, but also you don't have to. But like you do and you don't. It's so stupid, in my opinion. They're fundamentally the same fucking thing because... Wait, what? Are you replying to? Oh yeah, this guy. Yeah, fuck this guy. Fuck this guy. No, fuck this guy. Damn, girly pop gets community noted and she goes full mask off into racism and cussing everybody out in the replies. Truly tragic. True. But yeah. They're getting fucking thrown apart though in the quote tweets, as they should be, quite frankly. Because to be like the modern femboy archetype and subculture didn't exist before 2010, like, doesn't make any sense because culture and archetypes are constantly evolving, right? Like, it's constantly evolving. So like the modern femboy archetype that we have right now evolved from the previous modern femboy archetypes that we had when they were modern, right? Like, it evolved from trap culture, it evolved from otokonoko culture. Even if I think the outfits are tacky and lame and there's a lot of like over-sexualization, I can call that out. But to say that it didn't exist until like this year, it's like, yeah, because like, that's what the culture is right now. Culture evolves over time, you know? Styles evolve over time. In-jokes evolve over time. That doesn't make them less valid, it just makes them different. You can not like them. You can say, I prefer it when it was this way, and that's totally fucking valid, because I do too. But to say it never existed before 2010 doesn't make any sense, and I'm not even sure what you're trying to prove by saying it. Thank you for buying a shirtless Taiga sticker. Thank you so much. Wait. Thank you so much. Oh my god, my phone fell. It's irritating how much a small group of people with internet brain rot can influence the conversation. It really is. It really is irritating. Because now everybody has to respond to this person, and like I worry that there's gonna be like actual Japanese people who like this and don't even understand like what they're trying to say. Because I'm not really sure what they're trying to say. I'm not sure what they're trying to prove, rather. Like, okay, your ultra-specific definition of femboy didn't exist before 2010? Okay, what? So what? And let's figure it out. So what? I miss when feminine boys meant beautiful prince-like boys and ethereally gorgeous bi-shonen men and not ugly gross femboys wearing Amazon thigh-highs and going, nyan, it's not gay to fuck my trap bussy. So, okay, with this context though, their definition of modern femboy definitely existed before 2010. Like, with this definition, this still existed. As much as, like, you can criticize it, as much as you can find it cringe, this definitely existed before 2010. This version of modern femboy still existed before 2010. And feminine boys still does mean this. Like, this is still a feminine boy. Feminine boys and femboys are not the same thing, right? Not innately. Like, for example, this is a feminine boy. Is he literally a femboy? I would say no. I would say he's like bishonen, as they say. Feminine, but I'd say it's a feminine boy. You know what? It's a feminine boy. It's a feminine boy. It's a boy with feminine features. Is he ultimately a femboy? No. Is he cross-dressing? No, right? I think that's like my definition, my personal definition of femboy is like, a feminine boy is a boy who looks feminine. A femboy is a boy who looks feminine who's probably cross-dressing, who probably takes the extra step to cross-dress. But granted, that's not always required as well, because there's plenty of like femboys and otokonoko from anime who don't cross-dress, you know, that we'd still call femboys. So basically, like, it just depends. It just fucking depends, okay? It just fucking depends a lot. Ultimately, if you're an anime character, you're probably gonna get called a femboy no matter what. Like, no matter what, like, category you fall into, whether you're bishonen or, like, cross-dressing or just really feminine but you don't cross-dress, you're probably gonna get called a femboy no matter what. And that's just, like, what happens when you're an anime character, right? That's just what happens when you're a fucking anime character. Is there a difference between femboy and cross-dressing? Yes. Yeah. I would say all femboys, with exceptions, should technically be cross-dressed. Again, there's exceptions. Like, all femboys are technically cross-dressing, technically, I think. Like, they should be. Or, like, you know, the idea is that they would be. But not all cross-dressers are femboys. And what is that line in Sandron? It's wherever you fucking identify, you know what I mean? Like, if you don't have, if you're just a cross-dresser and you don't use the fucking term femboy for yourself, then I guess you're not a femboy, I don't know. I don't know. This is where I need to, like, you know, drill into your head that femboy doesn't mean shit. Femboy has like a million fucking definitions, guys. So does otokonoko. Cause like some people pointed out, there are a lot of otokonoko that are basically like trans feminine, as some might say, okay? But they're otokonoko because they're in Japan, and that's the term that they use, and that's the culture, right? That's, you know what I mean? So like, there's like a million definitions for all of it. Everything falls under it. You know what I mean? You guys feel me? Like, otokonoko is a pretty big umbrella term, you know? Otokonoko is a pretty big umbrella term. Femboy is also a pretty big umbrella term, but they cover like slightly different, like, you know? They have slightly different aesthetics and lifestyles under their umbrella, but they also overlap a lot. And that's okay, which is why so many people use femboy for like Japanese otokonoko, because it makes sense, you know, because of course you would. Ugh. Okay. But yeah, this person's like stupid. I miss when feminine boys meant beautiful princess. It's like that, it still means that. Not only does it still mean that, but like femboy is a separate thing. Can be a separate thing. Can be a separate thing. They could also be the same thing. I could see a femboy be like, oh yeah, that's a feminine boy. But like, you know, like all femboys are feminine boys. Or at least that's the idea. Not all feminine boys are femboys though. Can we agree there? Do we agree with that? But like this guy's idea, like yeah, if you're only complaining about like the fucking Amazon thigh highs and going yeah, stockade fuck my trap pussy, like I think those are two separate things. I think those, you know, that covers a wide range of people. But like if you're specifically talking about Amazon thigh highs, like yeah, that's like a newer trend for well, new-ish trend, I guess, decade old. People have been wearing thigh highs however they can get them for as long as they could get them for a long time. But if you're talking about cross-dressing in general, like if you're talking about the trap memes, that shit's way older than 2010. Like modern cross-dressing, or like I don't know. It's just such a fucking like shallow definition. Like, oh, Amazon thigh highs, okay? Anything else? Anything else? Gender presentation roles are culture dependent, but gender identity is culture independent. Yeah, maybe, yeah, maybe. It's one big spectrum of give me a break. For real. He literally gave examples of beautiful princes. I've never seen a pretty guy, prince, like Prince Charming or whatever, ever get called a femboy, and there's plenty of them to talk about online anyway. That's the thing, right? There's still plenty of like feminine, like bishonen. Bishonen is still like a category in anime. Like that's an archetype that never went anywhere, you know? And there was never a time where bishonen and femboy, as like we know it now, like as like anime femboy and bishonen didn't exist at the same time. Because they specifically use the word bishonen, which is as old as like otokonoko. These tropes existed at the exact same time. So there was never a time where like, oh, I miss when feminine men used to mean like bishonen. It's like, no, because femboys were always around. Otokonoko was always around. But sure, if you're talking about like Amazon femboys, that doesn't really even make sense because now you're comparing like, oh, I miss my bishonen, my animated bishonen, and now they've been replaced by like ugly femboy. It's like, watch some fucking anime. Like, get laid. Watch some actual fucking anime, moron. One of the tweets I saved that I was gonna go over is from the account got suspended. What the fuck? One of the tweets I was gonna cover got suspended. What the hell? What the fuck? Cross-dressing could definitely be manly man wearing ladies' attire while technically including tomboys. True. That, yeah, like because like you could definitely be like, because like Frankenfurter, Dr. Frankenfurter from like Rocky Horror Picture Show, that's cross-dressing, right? That's cross-dressing. Is Frankenfurter a femboy? No, definitely not, right? Definitely not. So yeah, like cross-dressing and like, you know, or like if you want to use like a really outdated term like transvestite or like drag, these are all like different, these are all like under the similar umbrella, right? They're all cross-dressing. They're all cross-dressing. But that is not being a femboy, right? Drag is not femboy. Drag is not femboy. Cross-dressing, like, you know, Frankenfurter style stuff, not cross-dressing, or not being a femboy, right?
Hello,
but
sinner.
femboys do cross-dress sometimes, but sometimes they don't. Sometimes they wear some fucking dolphin shorts, which I guess are made for girls, but like, you know? Drag is definitely not femboy. No, unless they wanted it to be. Like, I'm sure you could blend the styles somehow. Like, I'm sure if you were a drag queen and you were really into femboy culture and you kind of knew about it, I'm sure you could be like a drag queen femboy somehow. Like, you could blend them. You could blend the styles if you wanted to. That's like androgynous. I think androgynous kind of falls under femboy. I think a lot of femboys I think a lot of modern, like, if I was gonna say Zoomer femboys, like if I was gonna define the modern femboy culture, like, you know, the subculture, I would definitely say a lot of modern femboys count androgyny as like being a femboy to an extent. That's why I don't understand why like femboys are pushed back against so much by the LGBT community as like just being like fetish, and it's like, dude, people are just like living their lives. People are just living their lives, expressing themselves however they see fit.
Hello, sinner.
Do the dog bite? I do bite. I bite really hard. I bit really hard. Okay, so that tweet's been suspended. Oh, can I show you this gun? Can I show you this tweet? Can we look through here? Can I show you guys this? I don't know if this is like just fucking bait or what. So this person tweeted like, which is more offensive and why? A trans girl is wrongfully called a femboy, or B, a femboy is wrongfully called a trans girl. And my answer would be, I think they're both equally offensive. And while saying that, I don't think neither should be particularly offensive. Like, I get not preferring it, but like to say it's offensive, like, if you called me a trans girl, I'd just be like, I'm not. And then I'd get over it and I'd move on. I get over it. So it's kind of like a trick question, in my opinion. I think the answer is they should both be equally offensive, right? But let's read the replies. Both misidentify a person, yeah. And I think, but you'll start to read the logic here, though. We'll read the logic here. Well, femboys aren't real. It's a niche online fetish subculture, so anyone should be offended to be associated with them. Very good. Very woke. Very woke. It really is funny seeing so many trans people kind of treat femboys exactly how like most cis people treat trans people. You know? Did you guys find that interesting? That like they're basically just using every argument that was used against them to invalidate us. It's really interesting. It's really interesting. And then basically like this guy's like, well, there are femboys who aren't a part of that subculture. And what do they respond with? Just cross-dressing guys. We don't have to associate them with something so disgusting. Why is femboy disgusting? Because it's 4chan pedo fetish. Like, do you guys see what I mean? Do you see how radicalizing this is? Because, like, I feel like it would be so easy. Imagine you're just, like, minding your fucking business, right? Like, just cross-dressing and you're like, oh, I'm a cute femboy, you know? And you're just, like, enjoying your life, being happy, like, you know, just experimenting with cross-dressing for the first time and, you know, getting into cultures and stuff like that. I would be radicalized if I saw this shit. I'd be radicalized if I saw this shit. Straight up. Like, I know this doesn't represent the majority of the trans community, which is why I'm not. Like, I'm not a fucking idiot, okay? Because I have so many trans friends who, like, aren't like this. But there's something about, like, I don't know. Like, there's a certain type of people who, like, love to get involved in this discourse and just, like, fucking yap off like this. It feels like a psyop. It's just so obnoxious. I think the word femboy is awful and shouldn't be used on a trans girl / trans woman, as it is really degrading as calling and objectifying women to a fetish. And it's like, okay, so why would the same not apply? Why would the same not apply to femboys being called trans girls? And the answer is like, well, femboys aren't people. Femboys aren't real. Femboys aren't people. So obviously, if we called a femboy a trans girl, it would just be like valid because only being trans is valid. Like this is like unironically the fucking logic that people have, man. What do you guys think about this? I don't know. Am I fucking crazy? Am I fucking crazy? Like, it's not this bad, right? Like, not every trans person thinks this way, right? Right? Like, this is just a vocal minority, right? Surely, right? Or is this really just what people fucking think? Yeah, the word femboy had a history of being fetishized too much, and I think labeling a trans woman by that word is offensive, so it makes them down to an aesthetic. But it should go both ways then, right? It should really go both ways, because trans people are also very much considered a fetish, not by people in the trans community, but, you know, by bigots. Or is bigotry okay when it's coming from a trans person and it's towards a femboy? Like, I don't get it, you know? Isn't this the same thing as saying, don't call us a fetish slurs in the trap phase? This is the exact same, right? They're turning femboy. And I think it's fucking hilarious, because I used to call myself a trap back in those days when I was, like, young and impressionable and underage. And I, like, got fucking harassed online for using trap for myself. Until the point where, like, they were like, just use femboy instead! Just use femboy instead! And it's like, okay, fine. I'll use femboy instead. And then I did. And now femboy's a slur too? Now femboy's a fetish? It's a slur? It's like, everything's a fucking fetish, you know what I mean? Trans people are 100% a fetish. They're also people, but, like, people fetishize trans people all the time. I don't know, guys. It's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. Okay, so what the fuck are femboys supposed to call themselves? I mean, you can identify as one if you want, but transfem is the similar term. It's like, okay, yeah. And then people say, like, femboy erasure, like, otokonoko erasure isn't a thing. And it's literally like, well, you should just identify as transfem. You should just identify as transfem, you know? Don't call yourself these terms that you like. Call yourself our terms, because your terms are offensive to us, so you should just join us and call yourself our terms. This might be LARPing. This might just be fake, right? This might be fake. AI generated opinions and replies. Okay, this is fake. This is fake. I'm getting baited. It's rage bait, yeah. It's just LARPing. Fuck me. Well, it's working. I almost fought for that shit. Goddamn. Is everybody LARPing though? Is this person LARPing too then? Like, are these all LARPs? We got baited? Definitely, yeah, that one's definitely fake. That one's definitely fake. Would not a femboy take being called a trans girl as a compliment? That means they're doing a good job. Actually, I would say that means I'm doing a bad job. No offense. Like, and I mean this in the nicest way possible, but, like, this doesn't make any sense. A trans girl being, and sorry to the femboys when I say this, reduced to a femboy is nothing but offensive and honestly kind of mean. They're girls, femboys aren't. Now, if I can, like, break down this logic for a second, assuming this isn't also another fucking LARP, right? Like, are these all fake? But if I was a femboy and somebody thought I was trans, that would mean I'm not passing very well. Right? I don't want people to look at me and think, oh, that person's trans. I want people to look at me and think I'm a girl. Unless we're saying that trans is like, do trans girls now just own the concept of femininity? I assume that isn't what they meant to imply, but that is technically what they implied, that being trans just owns the concept of femininity. So no, if I'm you know, a femboy, if I'm cross-dressing as a girl and I get mistaken for being trans, that means I'm not passing, not that I'm passing. I don't want people to know I'm trans. I don't want people to know I'm a femboy. I don't want people to know, I want people to think I'm a girl. That would be the idea. So yeah, I think being, I don't know. Am I crazy? Am I crazy here? Am I making sense with that, like, line of logic? Would tomboy also be insulted to be trans girls? Would tomboy also be insulting to trans girls since it has the word boy in it? Which would be worse, tomboy or femboy? This is like such, I love this fucking bait. Femboy. Tomboy is a type of girl. Femboy is a type of boy. Like, do you guys see the, I don't know, it's just like so fucking one-sided and hypocritical. It's so one-sided and hypocritical. I know a lot of trans women, and I think some would be offended by being called a tomboy, yes, but most would agree that being called a man is worse. I think at a certain point, these people really need to, like, relook, because, like, I think they're painting their own ideas of, like, what it means to be called a femboy in their head and then getting upset about it, you know? And that's fine, right? If you don't want to use a word, don't want a word used for you, you don't want it used for you. But then to say, like, oh, but we should be able to allow, you know, it's less offensive to call, like, femboys trans people. It should be equally problematic, I think. The dog is back! Probably the saddest thing is how a loud minority of the trans community paints the trans community so badly. Yeah. I mean, femboys aren't great with that, by that regard either. I'm not gonna say that femboys have the best PR, you know, either. But I would argue it's definitely like it's a both sides issue. I think this is the one time you can accurately, like, just claim it's a both sides issue, in my opinion. Taiga, that's the name of the femboy podcast you're looking to start. Trap Yaps. Oh my god, Trap Yaps would be good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. It's not bad. I think people would be offended by that though. I wouldn't want to go for that. It's the internet culture surrounding this whole topic. People who are offline don't involve themselves in these stupid debates. That's the thing, right? And the problem is, like, I feel like so many people involved in these debates aren't even femboys. They're probably just, like, femboy connoisseurs. Granted, I think, okay, it's kind of weird. It is kind of weird, actually. I will say this. I think a lot of the people involved in the debate on the trans side are, well, I guess it is a lot of allies too. It's definitely a lot of, like, self-proclaimed allies, but it is a lot of trans people. And we're for the opposite, I think, like, a lot of people involved in, like, a lot of the aggro on the femboy side, I don't even think they're really femboys. I think they're just femboy connoisseurs. Like, they just really like femboys, which is valid too. But, like, most of the actual femboys aren't busy arguing about this shit. They're, you know, getting jobs and cross-dressing, just having fun and shit. I don't know if that's entirely true, though. I might say, though, that, like, a lot of the bad rep that femboys get isn't even femboys' fault to that extent. Like, I don't even think it's a lot of femboys, like, arguing like this all the time. Not to say that it's none, just to say that it's, like, it might be a lot of LARPers. It might be a lot of, like, self-proclaimed, like, femboy connoisseurs rather than actual femboys. Who's to say? Someone should tally it up. Someone should count it for me. I'm willing to be proven wrong. I'm not saying it's 0 on both sides. But I think, like, anytime I see, like, people on the femboy side getting really, like, angry about this stuff, they're not actually femboys, or, like, if they are, they don't post any photos of themselves online. Not to say that that's a requirement to be a femboy, but, like, you know, it's kind of like, you know, like, what's up? Do you, like, are you a femboy? Are you a femboy? I have no idea. You don't post yourself. I have no. Jobs, gross, yeah, ew. Typically, online drama is started by people who are too bored for their own good, yeah. I think it's more offensive to call a trans girl femboy because they are trying to seem like a woman, not an effeminate male. And for a femboy, there is this associated femininity That doesn't mean that it's bad, but it's almost like telling them that they're too good at something. I disagree though. Okay, and maybe this is just my perspective, but like if somebody assumed I was trans, I'd be like, oh, I guess I didn't pass enough. I don't want to be assumed trans. I want to be assumed a girl. In fact, I think most trans people probably feel the same. I don't think any trans person wants to be looked at and be like, oh, you're trans. I can clock you're trans. Nobody, that's not passing, right? Because you're not passing at that point. That's like the opposite of passing. So I think both femboys and trans people, the idea should be that you want to pass as a girl. Granted, I will totally acknowledge that for a lot of femboys, it is just about like, yeah, a lot of femboys, that's not true for everybody, you know? Because there are plenty of people who like think, oh, I appreciate the male aspects of femboys a little more, and that's totally valid. I think that's when you kind of get into the worms of it, the weeds of it, where it's like, there's a little more like leeway between femboys and other types of like, you know, comparable, like trap and femboy. Femboy has the ability to like, you can blend in a lot more masculinity when you're a femboy, under the femboy label, generally speaking. Whereas like if you're a trap or an otokonoko, the idea is like you're trying to pass as a girl. Same with like trans femme. You want to pass as a girl. Except I don't know. Maybe that's not true for like every trans femme. I don't know. I'm making assumptions, but I'm making assumptions. I don't know. But there's the femme and femboy too. So some trans girls, and see, this is like the thing I think a lot of people don't get. Is like either way, I think it's equally offensive. This is why I maintain that it's equally offensive, because if a trans person is being called a femboy, it also means that they're not passing very well, right? Like if I look at a trans person and I say, "Oh, are you a femboy?" That also means like they probably aren't passing, which is why I think it's offensive. I think it's not offensive. I don't think it's offensive, but rather I think I would be offended, right? I would be like, "Shit, I'm not doing a good job, you know? I failed. I'm not passing well enough. That sucks." That would hurt my feelings. I would have an emotional reaction to that. Does that make sense, guys? Either way, it means either way, no matter which side is like which, you're being misgendered, or you're not passing. Rather, you're not being misgendered, but you're not passing. I guess with the first one, you're like explicitly, I don't know, like femboys might be okay with being misgendered. I think femboys are more likely to be okay with being misgendered. Like So in that sense, I guess it's less offensive. I guess in that sense, it's maybe less offensive for the femboy, because they're probably more okay with being misgendered. But like, I don't know. I think there's a difference between like being like, oh, you're a girl, and oh, you're trans. So like, it's not necessarily misgendering me, but I would still like, you know, I'm still not passing, right? I think in a femboy situation, you're offended that you're not passing, or like, you know, you might be hurt that, you know, that you're not passing very well. Whereas for the trans person, I guess you have the added burn of like, oh, I'm not passing and I got misgendered. I guess technically. I guess like if we really want to play the fucking oppression Olympics here, sure, fucking whatever. I guess. I still don't think that's like much of a good reason to do it to encourage either for anyone, you know. I think it should, you know, ideally like we all just try to pass and we don't have to like, you know, compare. Hey, femboy was originally a term created to use against wow. Guys, are these bots? Like are these LARPers? I don't think so. I think this is a real account. I think that might be a real account. Yeah, femboy was originally a term created to use against trans women. It has been a derogatory term ever since it was made. That's fucking crazy to say. I think that's so fucking awful to say, because trap, the same exact argument verbatim was used for trap, which is why we don't use trap anymore, because we were all kind of gaslit into not using it anymore. But now the same is for femboy, which I think is crazy, because I was there on those fucking subreddits. I was told by so many trans people to use femboy instead of trap. But now it's a slur too, and it was a slur made to hurt trans women. It's like, shit, dude, you just can't exist. Sorry, if you want an identity around your cross-dressing, you don't get to have one. You don't get to have an identity made around your cross-dressing, because that's offensive to trans people. And it always will be. Always fucking will be. Exactly. Take back the word. The slippery slope will never win. It really won't. Yeah. We might as well take back trap, right? Like if femboy is gonna be given the same treatment as trap, it's like fuck it. Nothing will be good enough, right? I have to call like what can I call myself? A crossdresser? But wouldn't that also be a slur? Crossdresser is also a slur to trans people, right? Because it also implies like you're the wrong, you know, that you're cross-dressing. But like I'm a girl, so I can't go. You know, so like there's literally just no term a cross-dressing feminine male individual who is comfortable with their gender can use and call themselves without it eventually becoming a slur for trans people. Like, what do you even do? What do you even do about that? The Tommy femboy? Yeah, I got smart with Kuru a while ago. Plenty of these people want your identity gone, yeah. And I have so many fucking trans friends who aren't involved in this stupid fucking discourse, okay? So I know for a fact it is not all trans people, okay? I have good fucking friends who are so fucking chill about this stuff. They do not care. But there is something about like the online zeitgeist culture that is just so fucking demented and delusional and like just like genocidal. Like it's just so fucking like brutal. I don't know. They just don't give a fuck about anybody else's identity other than their own. If there's literally any reason their toes might get stepped on, I don't know, man. I heard trans people. What did I miss? What did we do? Nothing. You guys didn't do anything, unless you're in the replies here saying that like femboys shouldn't exist, and then I guess that's you. And then I guess you know what you did, but like, I just don't understand. I just don't understand how there could be this many people. Basically, like, yeah, fucking femboys shouldn't exist, and like any term they come up with for themselves will be considered a slur to me, and therefore they shouldn't exist. You need to pronounce Z like TS in zeitgeist. Zeitgeist. I am not big fan of femboys. Why don't you like femboys? I mean, like, I guess, well, like, I think okay, sorry, like, that's a loaded question, because, like, I'm sure you've had your interactions. No, I am a fan. Oh, you are a fan of femboys. Oh, okay. Okay, cool. I was about to castrate myself in front of you, just to, you know, like, convince you that I'm chill. Why am I leaning so much to the right? What's going on? Okay. B, because femboys are already pressured and grew. Okay, and then they get the opposite side. Like, I think this is just as much rage bait, obviously, but like, to be fair, I think this answer is just mirroring a lot of like the opposite shit. I don't know, man. A is more offensive as it's specifically being derogatory, but both are bad and you shouldn't do either. At least they got the... I think... Why can't we just say both are bad and you shouldn't do either? Why can't we just say they're both equally... They should both be equally offensive. But they're not. They're probably not, but they should both be. A trans woman being called a femboy because it's a reduction and othering of gender, and the consequences are often more malicious. The consequences are more malicious? Sure, dude. Sure, dude. Option A, the one that involves actively denying transness and is easily used to promote conservative bullshit. The latter such is such, but us if an innocent mistake. You guys get the idea, though. You guys get the idea? I'm trying to say. I'm trying to point out here. Both are misgendering. I don't think both are technically misgendering, right? Both are technically misgendering. But I think worse than that, like, it's not offensive because, like, oh, it's misgendering, okay? I think it's offensive because, like, I would be offended, rather. I would just be offended. I wouldn't be offended because it's, like, inherently offensive. It's like, oh, you can never say that. It's just, like, if somebody, like, you know, if I was trying my best to be a cute fucking girl and somebody was like, oh, are you trans? I'd be like, no. No. I don't want someone to look at me and think I'm trans. I want someone to look at me and think, oh shit, that's a cute girl. And again, I think that's true for like every trans person. I think every trans person wants to be like that and be like, oh, that's a cute girl.
Did anyone call you cute today?
Unless you're like non-binary trans or like NB trans or like, I don't know, I guess there's a million fucking ways to be trans, I guess. Maybe some people don't want to pass, I don't know. I don't fucking know. A trans man told me to choke on my food and they asked if, oh, Jesus Christ. Taiga, did you call anyone cute today? Did anyone call you cute today? No, they didn't. I think the only people who would mistake a femboy for a trans girl is likely intentionally looking for trans girls. I think they're probably more used to interacting with trans girls, yeah. Their brain is probably trained to be like, oh, you must be trans. But also, like, if I did meet a trans person, you know what I wouldn't do? I wouldn't point out that they're trans. Cause like I said, I think most people when trying to pass as a girl, I don't think they want to be like told they're trans, you know? Or like, unless maybe that's not true. Cause I think a lot of people, maybe that's like a huge part of their identity. And fair enough, you know, I'll need to get some more insight on that by speaking to some actual trans people to get some insight. But I can't imagine like a trans person dresses themselves up, tries to look super girly, goes into a store and they're like, oh my God, are you trans? Because again, I like, would that not be equally as, like, I don't even think trans people want to be, like, noticed that they're trans. Because that would be the opposite of passing.
Sometimes you want to know if there's a joystick.
No! I really don't. Unless you're planning to smash, I really don't. It's best to just ignore the loud minority that is Twitter. Everybody in my local IRL trans group loves femboys. Really? That's good. That's good. It probably just is like a bunch of online discourse, man. Just the worst of every community, like, you know, just going at each other. Well, no, it's like asking a gym boy, bro, do you even lift? No, it's kind of like, it's like imagine you take steroids to get like some really nice muscles, but then everybody knows you took steroids. And it's like, okay, well, you take steroids, so like, you know? It's like, you don't want anybody to know. You don't want anyone to know, you know? Except, and I would argue, right? Like, I think there are plenty of femboys who are totally okay with that discovery. Eventually. I think that's part of the fun to an extent. Part of the fun is like, you know, honestly, like part of the original memes, of like trap memes and stuff was like being discovered, you know, be like, oh, I'm actually a boy. And it's like, oh, that's okay. I'm gay anyway, you know? But there are also plenty of femboys, modern femboys, like TikTok what's that TikTok femboys? I think when we're talking about like Amazon Basics femboys from now on, we're just gonna say TikTok femboys, okay? We're gonna talk, we'll say TikTok femboys and then everybody knows what we're talking about, okay? But I think like a lot of TikTok femboys are a little more willing to kind of like blur the line out of androgyny, right? Like they'll wear the dolphin shorts and the tacky thigh highs and the little arm warmers and it's all black and white with no color and the chokers and the hearts, you know, like the leather, you know, the leather heart garter belts or whatever. Like they'll wear all that stuff.
Who would win, a TikTok femboy or a 4chan femboy?
Which era of 4chan? If it's like OG era 4chan femboy wins every time. 2006 femboy totally wins. But yeah, I think if we're talking about like TikTok femboys with like the broccoli cut and like the Amazon Basics fit, like I think they're a little more okay with like kind of embracing that androgyny. You know what I mean? I think that's more of the point for them, and that's good for them. It's fine for them. And that was like, that would be where I would like draw the line of like, you know, that's how I would differentiate like femboy culture to like otokonoko culture. Because as far as I can tell, otokonoko culture is purely like the purpose is to pass as a girl, you know? And I think TikTok femboy culture, the point is definitely more to like, I think it varies a lot. I think it can be like to pass as a girl. Like for me, that's what it is. But I think for a lot of people, it's also just like, I just want to wear a maid outfit and I just want to dance around in a maid outfit, you know? I just want to cross dress. Like they're essentially just cross dressing sometimes, and that's okay. And that's okay. Like, you know, there's a lot of vibes. Gotta study up on the femboy lore. You do, sweet. I'm gonna make a video on all this, like on my, you know, my idea of like the culture, I guess. This is a femboy history lesson, indeed. Indeed. But yeah, that would be like the biggest difference though. Like OG trap culture kind of derived from otokonoko culture and like anime femboys, and therefore the goal was always kind of like to trick, you know, not to trick necessarily, like for some people that's what it was, but yeah, obviously like, you know, tricking might have been like a thing that happened, you know, it might have been like part of the memes that they embraced. But memes are outlawed. We can't have memes anymore because the trans community said so. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm being a little harsh, being a little pedantic, a little dismissive, but like the femboy lore goes deep, not gonna lie, it really does. I made a tweet the other night and I was like, oh god, this femboy shit is exhausting because everybody has a different definition of everything. And then somebody was like, I just go by feminine boy. It should be simple enough. And it's like, oh. You don't realize just how little that narrows it down. Bah. We can meme if we want to. We can leave Twitter posts behind.
Urban 1413 gifted 20 subscriptions.
Urban, thank you for the 22 gift subs. Thank you. How's it going, Urban? I hope you guys liked my rant. Sorry about that. Again, I don't believe the entire, like, you know, like, I have so many fucking trans friends, and none of them are like that, you know? None of them are fucking like that. Not one. Not a single one of them cares about the term trap.
Tag?
Like, I'm being completely sincere when I say, like, the only people who think trap is a slur are, like, Twitter. It's Twitter. Twitter's the only people who care. Like, they only care on social media. Actual people living their lives with, like, jobs and shit, like, with shit to do not have time for this shit. They do not have time to, like, care. Arf! It's a lot of younger trans population that is kind of in their social justice warrior phase. Like, I, as a trans person, sometimes need to be careful with my language to not trigger young trans people. That's gonna be like a nightmare. I feel the same, though. I think it's a lot of, like, young allies, too, though. You know? It's a lot of younger allies, too, who are like, I'm so woke. Damn, I hate the Japanese. It's like, come on! Listen to yourself. Your rant was very enlightening, especially as a trans woman. I don't know if, like, I don't know, I might just be schizo posting, guys, so, like, don't listen to everything I have to say, and I need to get more perspectives, okay? I'm not gonna pretend I know everything, and the reason I'm saying this is because I feel like it's gonna be super easy for somebody, like, I feel like anybody can fucking take a screenshot of anything I've said and be like, oh, they're wrong, you're stupid, you're wrong, and get mad at me for it. So I'm preparing for that. I don't claim to be right all the time about everything.
Hello, sinner.
But I prefer to settle this stuff with actual discussions. You know what I mean? I prefer to settle this stuff with like actual discussions. If you want to challenge my ideas on Twitter, I'm really not gonna go for it. You know, get in a call with me, actually debate me. You know, get in a call, have a back and forth, have a dialogue. Because if you expect me to go back and forth with you on Twitter and you're like, oh, but you said, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not interested in that. Not interested. Become the Charlie Kirk of femboys. No, no, maybe not that. Oh, I could become the Hassan of femboys, and then I'll just shock myself. Sorry, that was Thank you. All right.
Urban 1413 gifted 20 subscriptions.
All right. Irvin, thank you for the 20 Uncle subs. Thank you so much, Irvin. How's it going? How's it snowing? More barks? Ruff, ruff, arf, arf, arf. Sup, pup? Not much. What's up,
More
you?
Barks 3.
Sorry, I'm having a Tums real quick. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. How are you guys doing, though? Thank you for listening to me schizo posting. I've just seen some of these tweets, man. And I really just need to get my, like, the problem is I'm always thinking about femboys. I'm always thinking about the culture and how it intersects with, like, other cross-dressing cultures. Or, like, you know, GNC cultures, I guess. Like, you know, like, otakonoko, trap, drag. And I want to learn more about it. Like, I'm really interested. Like, I'm really autistic about like, fucking cross-dressing cultures. You know? I want to learn about like Thailand, lady boys or whatever, and everything. I want to learn about it all. I want to see how it intersects. I want to see what the differences are. I want to see what the similarities are. I want to learn about Thailand. Oh yeah. Here, let me take you to Thailand right now. What do you think about these puppies? You like dogs? What do you think about these puppies?
Urban1413 started a new hype train.
Boom. Boom. Blah. Slap. Not bad, eh? Taiga's National Geographic a femboy. Wouldn't that be interesting though? Like a whole, I don't know. I'd love a whole series about that. I think people should like, wow, Urban with another 22
Urban1413 gifted 20 subscriptions.
Thank you so much, Urban. Irby. Stockings look a little uncomfortable. Circulation is cut. Yeah. Well, you know, beauty is pain. That's what they say. I would love like a documentary though, or something that like goes into like all of these cultures at once. With respect, mind you. Goes into it like with an open mind and respect. Not with the understanding that like, oh, this culture is just this culture and they should just be this and be erased and stop using these words. Like, you know, I think they should go into it and like really just try to learn about that shit, you know? Like, don't enter femboy spaces and be like, oh, femboy is a slur and it's derived from trap culture and that's all fetish shit. Like, actually get to know the people who subscribe, you know, who like this shit, you know? Go into the cultures and get to know the people who like actually live the lives, you know? Not online Twitter culture warriors, culture vultures, okay? Like, actually just like get to know the people who live this way, you know? Instead of just being like, oh, actually your entire culture, your fucking like gender expression, it's actually just kind of offensive to this one, so you shouldn't exist. Wouldn't it be so interesting? You know? We could learn about Otokonoko culture and how that intersects with like Western femboy culture and transgender culture. Okay? If there is any overlap, I'd love to know. I'd like actually love to get to the bottom of that shit. Or like, you know, Thai ladyboys, I guess. I want to know more about that too. I'm sure I could learn individually, but I want to see like, I don't know, I need an unbiased source to just kind of get into the weeds of it all, you know? And that would include exploring femboy culture, okay? Even though it's mostly like an online culture, I definitely think it's worth exploring, you know? Because like one piece of criticism I always see for femboys is like, oh, you'll never wear that 100% polyester outfit outside a house. And it's like, okay, but like neither will most closeted like trans people. So like, what's your point? You know what I mean? Yeah. Most people will get fucking hate crimed if they go outside cross-dressing, if they do anything even remotely effeminate. What's your fucking point? Like, how is that even an argument? How is that an argument? I think a lot of people are also like, you know, if I don't pass really well, I'm not gonna go out at all, you know? I don't want to be a femboy. I want to be an athletic, androgynous sex symbol. Valid. Valid. To me, the main difference is girls go out dressed like girls. That's how they present themselves as a norm. What do you mean, girls? Like trans girls? Trans girls go out dressed as girls. I think if femboys could go out dressed like girls and nobody would know, they would, you know? And I don't think that would make them trans. I think most people who don't cross-dress at all, I think most non-femboys, if they could just go outside completely dressed as a girl, they would. I think, like, not to say that, like, everybody's just, like, secretly trans, but I think there's a ton of fucking dudes that would probably, like, if you could give them the option to press a button and change their gender, they would do it. They would do it! And that's not to make any, like, implications about, like, their you know, fucking gender identity or anything, but I just think, like, everybody hates being a guy. Guys are unloved. Guys, being a guy fucking sucks. Like, yeah, you got, like, the patriarchy and stuff, but that's only if you're, like, really rich anyway, you know? Because if you're a poor dude, like, nobody loves you. Nobody cares. It's hard being a dude. Slim Gray, thank you for the 521 gift subs. How's it going? Welcome to stream. How are you? How art thou?
Slimgray_ gifted 5 subscriptions.
Rich with old money, yeah. I'm not trans, but in school I often shopped in the teen girl section because they just had cooler clothes. Dude, valid. Valid. I still shop in the girl section because it's cuter. I like cute stuff. I really, really like cute stuff, and I wish I could wear it all the time, everywhere, whenever I wanted. And that's what I want to work towards doing. You know what I mean? I just want to be cute. And I don't think that means I need to be anything, you know what I mean? What stops you? Same thing that stops everybody. Same thing that stops everybody, not passing. Same, J-Con. I'm really small as well, so I can shop in smaller sizes. Plus, it's like way cuter anyway, so it's like win-win. It's like I'm gonna fit into the stuff better, and also like it just looks better. It just looks better. What is the most masculine outfit you wear out of curiosity? I still think I dress like a bit of a twink. Like I'm definitely a bit of a, I don't know. Like I'll wear some like nice like form-fitting sweatpants, and like that doesn't sound very attractive, but I think I look really good in them. They really like hug my legs. And then I have this like cute black tank top, crop top, that shows off my tummy and my tattoo and also my shoulders. And then I'll wear like a bandana around my head, and kind of like, you know, rock with that. So I look like a bit of a, it's kind of like a bit of a hippie look, but I have really long hair. Then I'll put it in a ponytail. On the hill though, I'm 100% femboy. Check this out. Wait, that's a picture of a cat. Hold on. Hold on. That's not what I want to show you. Okay, here's like kind of what I wear sometimes. Here's like kind of what I wear sometimes. Yeah, that's a cute fit, right? I love short talls. I don't know. I fucking love short talls. I think what I'd really like to do, and it would be a lot easier to do it, but like it's really easy to cross-dress if like all your friends are doing it, right? You look like you're about to challenge me to a duel. I am. I'm gonna fuck you up in my duel. I'm gonna duel you to death. I don't really wear this. I've worn socks like this before. Oh man, I've gone over this before, guys. I really hate this fit. I really hate this fit. I feel like I should clarify though, because like I saw one of my mutuals made a post about how like, oh, there are people saying like you're not a real femboy if you wear the Amazon Basics fit, and I don't know where they got that from. I've never seen anybody say like you're not a real femboy if you wear this outfit, and I don't believe that personally. Okay, I just think the fit is fuck ugly. I think it's fuck ugly, but I do understand why it's so popular. Okay, it's a bit of a meme fit. I think the way I see it now is like I think individual pieces of this outfit can look fine. With the right, like, you know, accompanying outfit. I just think all together, I think it's hot. I think the outfit is fine. It's fine for your first time cross-dressing, okay? And I think if you wanted to like, very monochromatic, yeah. I think the right time to wear this outfit is if like okay, cause I have feelings, I have a lot of feelings. If it's your first time cross-dressing, I understand why you get I see this outfit is like almost a rite of passage in that sense, you know, where it's like every femboy's, maybe not every femboy, but like a lot of femboys have probably worn this outfit for the first time cross-dressing, right? Because it's just like, oh, it's the anime skirt. It's the pleated anime skirt, and it's the anime socks, and whatever. The rest is like, you know. It's fine. It's fine. It is, yeah. Like, that is the thing, though. It is the femboy starter pack, okay? It is the femboy starter pack. And I also think like and again, it's fine as like a first outfit. I get it to an extent. I get it. It's cheap, it's easily available, and it's easy to hide your first time trying.
Hello,
I too am guilty of having worn this. Yeah. You're not guilty. You're not guilty. You're not a bad person. You're not less of a femboy. I I only give it the hard time because I do want to encourage people to like try new things. Because I think the biggest problem to me with this outfit is that it's like, it's kind of a meme, I guess at this point. It's a caricature of a femboy, you know what I mean? Like I would put this on, like if I was like, hey, you should dress like a femboy, this is what I buy. If I was gonna like dress as a femboy, like if I wanted everybody know, like, hey, this is like, it's like a uniform, you know? It's like a meme, it's a caricature. It is like a very stereotypical outfit, you know? And I think that's fine for your first time. I think it's even fine for the meme. I think it's fine for the meme, but it is like a meme outfit, you know, at this point, to me. So like my only critique would be when like if it's your first time or you're just wearing it for the meme, I think that's totally valid. But I think at a certain point, you know, like if it's been maybe 5 or 10 years and you haven't upgraded your fashion, I would recommend trying something new. I mean, this is the nicest way possible, you know? You know? Is that valid, guys? Is that valid? Do you guys hear where I'm coming from? Maybe? Yeah? No? Anyway, I don't know. It's not the most offensive thing in the world. It's fine, but I think when it's especially offensive though, I think when this is especially offensive to me, like when it makes my eyes bleed, is when like I saw this fucking one image of like a femboy meet and greet gathering, and then like everybody was wearing this outfit. Everybody was wearing this outfit, and that's when I was like, holy fuck. Holy fuck. Guys, come on. Not one of you showed up in anything else. Come on, you know? That's culture appreciation though. I don't know what it is. I have so many conflicted feelings on this outfit. Cause I really do understand why you would wear it. Hell, I think it's like, I think it is a meme at this point though. Like, so if you're wearing it to be like, oh, it's the femboy outfit, that's the meme. I think it's honestly a pretty acceptable outfit if you wanted to like stealth be like, hey bro, look at this femboy outfit I wore, lol. Aren't I a cute femboy, lol? It's my femboy outfit, lol. You know? I think you have some plausible deniability there if you did that. So like in that sense, but I don't think it started that way. I think it's only that way now, you know? I don't think this outfit started as like a, oh, whoa, but wouldn't it be funny if I tried this outfit on, you know what I mean? I just don't know why. I just think the way this outfit came to be is really interesting. Because it was just from like a lot of people like getting into cross-dressing for the first time, and they all bought the same thing to the point where like, they all bought the same fit to the point where it became a meme. And I think that's kind of incredible, you know? And again, I think that's fine. I think it's fine if you're gonna try this on. It's no big deal. It's not the end of the world. You know? It's not. It really isn't. But, yeah. It's hilarious, actually. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to give it too hard of a time because again, I do understand like getting into cross-dressing for the first time and like putting this one on. I really do. I really do. It's like femboy standard issue. Yeah, it's like femboy standard issue though. It's a uniform. It's a uniform. It's like wearing the femboy Hooters outfit or like the Hooters outfit. It's like, you know, it's like, yeah, that I guess you're cross-dressing, I guess, but like, you know, you're wearing a uniform, you know? It's almost like you're wearing a uniform. And again, if that makes you happy and that makes you feel cute and like whatever, that's fine, you know? I still think it maybe deserves to get memed on a little bit though, you know? Just a little bit, just a little bit. I still think it's understandable it's gonna get memed on. I think it's valid to meme on this outfit a little bit, you know? Because like even if I can say I understand why you would, you know, why this would be your first outfit, and I do. It's a little overdone. It's a little overdone, you know? It's like, oh god, yeah? Again, I think the real problem, and again, do what makes you happy or whatever. I think the real problem is definitely when like, this is your first outfit, but it's your only outfit and you never evolve, I guess. Like if you've been cross-dressing for fucking like ever and then this is like, this is it? Is this it, guys? Is this the best we can do? I don't know. That's kind of when I get a little more critical. What's some based femboy fashion in your opinion? I don't know. I don't know. Welcome to Femboy School. This is the standard uniform. When you feel more comfortable and are more trusted in the school, such as your second year, you may now add colors. That's the biggest thing as well. It's like, why does it all have to be monochrome? Again, and I get it. I get why. I get why it does. It's because a lot of dudes have like basically zero fashion sense. So adding color is scary, you know? That's why when you go onto like r/male living spaces on Reddit, no fucking color. It's just a fucking couch in the ground, black couch in the ground, TV on the wall. That's it. That's all I need. Adding color is scary. I get it. I do. I understand. I understand why this outfit exists. I understand why it came to be. I'm still gonna meme on it. I'm still gonna meme on it. I'm still gonna shit on it. I still think it's fuck ugly. Do you guys really think this is hot? I don't know. It feels like, I think my problem with this outfit is it kind of just feels like lingerie. You know? Or like, it feels like the femboy equivalent of lingerie. Like it feels like, oh, this, like it feels really erotic. Like it's just a bunch of shit, you know? It's just a bunch of shit. It's just like, fuck, let me just throw on like fucking everything, you know? It's a bad fit. Stylistically, it's an ugly outfit, okay? But I understand, you know, I think it's exciting. I think like when it's a thing a lot of like younger femboys or like newer femboys kind of, it would like, I've been there. Well, I can't say I didn't wear this outfit before at least once. Or at least like, I've definitely worn those socks and I've definitely worn that skirt. I've never had the garter belt or the choker or the arm warmers. I guess I kind of have a shirt like that. I kind of like that style of a shirt, I'll be honest. Like that was my own, I threw that in myself. This is a good outfit too. I think this has the potential to be a good outfit. But it is very like entry level. It's very entry level, but that's okay. As long as we acknowledge that. I'd bang a boy in it. Well, I'm not saying I wouldn't bang a boy in it. Okay, I'm not saying this would turn me off. I still think it's a bad fit. I still think it's a bit of a bad fit. What would you change to this outfit to make it better? Yeah, that's a good question. It's not the worst fit in the world. I would roll the skirt up. See, this is specifically like a high-waisted skirt, and I've seen a lot of femboys. I would change the hair. Yeah, first thing, new haircut. Shave that shit off, okay? You know, we can defend the outfit all day. We can go back and forth on that, but holy fuck. The broccoli haircut, guys, has to go. The broccoli haircut has to go. Straighten your hair at least. I don't know, something. Go bald easy. You don't need to go bald, but like the broccoli cut's gotta go. Okay, if I was gonna change anything, I don't know. It's not a bad fit on its own. Like technically it has everything it needs to be a good outfit. Technically. I would really try some more colors, guys. I really would. In this art, we rolled the skirt down because I don't know, I'm not calling anybody out, but I've seen a lot of people wear that skirt and then they've rolled the hem of the fucking skirt down because basically they wanted a waist skirt. This is like a stomach. This skirt goes up to this skirt does go up to the waist. Like it's supposed to cover your belly button, right? That's what the skirt's meant to do. That's what like it's sized to do. But, and this is where I think like the intricacies of like femboy fashion kind of come into play. I think a lot of people really want to show off their tummy. A lot of people really like to show off their tummy with the skirt. So what they'll do is they'll roll it down so that they can show the tummy off. But it's not made to show the tummy. So it looks really bad. Or sometimes they'll leave it a little unzipped and they'll just pull it like way down. They'll just pull it way down so that they can show the tummy off. And that'll actually make the skirt like super long. And then it'll like, combined with the thigh highs, it'll sometimes look like really tacky. Like especially when it's the striped thigh highs that go like way up to your thigh. It just looks like, it looks bad. Tum-tum is important. I agree, the tummy is important. And if you want to show off the tummy, that's totally valid. What I would recommend is not buying a skirt that is a high-waisted skirt. If your goal is to show off a tummy, do not buy a high-waisted skirt. Okay, that is the solution. The solution is not taking a high-waisted skirt and then forcing it to show off your tummy. That is bad. It looks bad. Mr. Fashion Sense here? Yeah, I am. Okay, I've been doing this for a while, so yeah. I mean, you don't have to listen to me. You don't have to. Shouldn't it just be a mini skirt or something? I don't know. It should be whatever you buy. It should be whatever you want to wear. If you buy a high-waisted skirt, wear it as a high-waisted skirt. If you don't want to wear a high-waisted skirt, if you want a skirt that shows off your stomach, wear a shirt that shows off your stomach. Another note. This is more of a minor criticism. I've been over this before. But these socks are not thigh highs, okay? They kind of look like thigh highs in the image, but then when a lot of femboys put this shit on, you see how it only barely goes above the knee? And this is something I see a lot. They'll get these garter belts, which actually are at the fucking thigh, and then they'll clip it onto the sock and try to like lift the sock. Like it's like, okay, this image does not do a good job, and I don't want to show you pictures of real people, but this image does not do a good job at like displaying what I'm talking about, but I see this so often. Okay. But they'll clip like these garter belts onto the socks, and they're not thigh highs. They're only meant to go like just above the knee at most, or maybe sometimes just at the knee. And they'll clip it on, and then they'll try to like hoist the sock up to like actually be a thigh high, and it does not work. It does not work. You can literally see it's at the high-waisted skirt in the image, but the art is miniskirt. No, okay, so it's a high-waisted skirt in the image, and what I'm demonstrating in the art is that some people will roll the high-waisted skirt down around the hips to make it look like a low-waisted skirt. This is not a miniskirt. This is the same skirt. It's meant to be the same skirt in the art. What this is meant to represent is people rolling the fucking waist down so that it shows the tummy. But yeah, another thing I see though a lot is like they'll get these little like leather heart thigh garter belt things, and then they'll just like stretch the sock up to try to make it into a thigh high when it doesn't go that high. It just doesn't go that high, and it looks really bad. It just makes it look like your legs are bursting out of the sock, like it's not made for your like it's not made for your legs or something. It looks really bad in my opinion. I think the solution to this is ditch the garter belts and just embrace that the sock is only going to go as high as it's going to go. That'll probably look a lot cuter. Or if you really need the thigh highs, just actually buy thigh highs. Do not fall for Amazon's like thigh high with the triple stripe, okay? I know they say they're thigh highs, they never go that high, okay? And your mileage may vary depending on the size of your legs. So if you have thicker legs, you should look for longer, bigger, stretchier socks, okay? Or, maybe measure the length of the sock and then measure the length of your leg. Because I know they say one size fits all, but it's not always one size fits all, okay? Sometimes you need longer socks. Sometimes you just need longer socks. But Amazon shopping means shipping payment. Yeah, they have other types of socks. You'll find it. Anyway, other than that though, like I think you could add some color to this outfit. I don't think a little bit of color would kill you. Like I know black and white feels safe, and maybe you're going for like an emo femboy thing. Like a boy modder kind of. Because I think that's an aesthetic a lot of femboys really like. Is they like the boy modder aesthetic. You guys know how like boy modders are a thing for like the trans community, where like they'll wear the big thick hoodies while we're growing on HRT and stuff. I think a lot of femboys also kind of subscribe to the boy modder like aesthetic, where they don't really, I don't know. But yeah, I would say like I don't know. What about some blue socks and like a blue? I don't know. What about just like a different color? Accent colors are great. I think you could keep these black little garter belt thingies if you change the color of the socks and the skirt. Or at least the socks. Or at least the skirt. Or something, Change something. Fuck. I would say the socks. And the skirt. Leave the black as accents, Less is more. And then you could leave like these little arm thingies black and white. I still think you look like Ronald McDonald or the fucking Hamburglar or something. But like, if you really want to keep them, I'd keep them as accents, Not as the entire outfit. As accents. The choker and like the garter belt, because they're leather, they're really easy. I think they go well as accents. I think when the skirt and the thigh highs and the arms and the shirt, and like I think it's overdoing it a bit. I would go for a different color. What color, you ask? I don't know. Like obviously like my dog model has like some red thigh highs, And then I have like some gray shorts to break up the color, okay? Now granted, if I was gonna like make this model again, I'd probably make it like a nice black jean kind of short, because I like the look of like white fray on a black jean. And I think that contrasts well with the red as well, and the white on my body. But, you know, we're getting into more like VTuber design than we are like fembo design, so. But yeah, like I guess if your goal is to go like full goth, I still think this fit looks bad, but I still think this fit looks bad, but it's okay. It's okay. I think if you're gonna go goth, I don't know. Oh, you know what I also see? Like in place of like the shorts, people will use the, you know, those black dolphin shorts, guys. You guys know what I'm talking about, the black dolphin shorts. I see those a lot as well. I think those are at least cuter, technically. But then the problem is like they'll just swap the skirt out for the black dolphin shorts, and it's like, you know, like, God, try something new. Please, guys. I don't know. It's a safe outfit. I get it. It's a safe outfit. It's easy when it's your first time because, like, you know, you probably haven't developed a sense of style yet and you don't really know what you're doing. I get it. I don't want to be too hard on it. I just want to encourage, like, trying new things. You know? Like, maybe instead of the black dolphin shorts, try some short talls, you know? Wear it down on one shoulder, a little casual. You could probably keep this shirt, you know? Crop top would look good with the short talls. Ditch the skirt. Maybe if you wanted to go a little spicy, you could just wear like one garter belt on one leg, you know, ditch the other. You don't need matching, right? Keep the choker. I think the choker probably goes with virtually like any outfit you could possibly imagine. I don't even hate the choker, honestly. And then like, I'm not a fan. I don't know. How do you guys feel about these arm warmers? I'm not a fan personally of the arm warmers. But I don't hate them, I guess. I think I get why they exist. It's for like arm dysphoria. I can leave them. I'm not a huge fan. Maybe, what if? Just get some gloves. Get some like biker gloves, you know? I don't know. Yeah, just get some, like, get something, you know? I could go either way. Just change the color of one. I would say, I think they're tacky no matter what. Like, I don't think they really complement an outfit no matter how... I don't know. I've never seen an outfit where I'm like, wow, I love that. That looks great, you know? I think I could always just kind of do without them. But it depends on what your arms look like, you know? Like, if you have really muscular, veiny arms, and they're super manly and stuff, I totally get wanting to cover that up. Maybe, though, if I could make a suggestion, let me go to Amazon real quick, guys. Amazon. Arm warmers? So there are like a lot of options for these. And I maybe just want to like encourage some of these other options. Like I saw these really cute ones. I think it's just the fucking stripes I don't like. There's some like, if you look it up right now, there's some woolen ones. There's some like woolen ones that like, they're well knitted. They're fucking $8. They're $8 on Amazon. Amazon's choice. Arm sleeve, winter warmer, fingerless. Like, I think these look way nicer, personally. Let me copy image and then just like save it and show you. I saw her dancing in some. Like, have a look at these and tell me these aren't like at least a little bit better, right? What do you guys think of these? Like, if you need the arm warmers, right, is all I'm saying. Like, I think these are way cuter, in my opinion. Looks better? I think these look way better. Or rather, I think these will, like, you know, depends on the outfit. Like, on this outfit, probably not. Okay? I'm not a fan of those either. Okay, I'm just saying if you have to go with, like, arm warmers or of any kind, I would rather go with these. I think I own a pair of these. I don't wear them often because they're really itchy. They're really fucking itchy. They're too white. Well, it obviously depends on the outfit you put it with. They come in other fucking colors. But at least they're not fucking like the Hamburglar black and white stripes. Like, at least you don't look like you just broke out of prison. Which I think really is like my ultimately like my biggest issue with this entire outfit is just like, it's just like black and white stripes everywhere, you know? Like, I don't know. My biggest encouragement, my biggest suggestion, my advice, my best advice for crafting a femboy outfit, okay? Don't repeat the same motif on your entire body. I mean, don't be afraid of color, but if you are afraid of color, at the very least, at least vary like the fabric and the design, you know? Cause like, you got fucking black and white stripes on the arms, you got black and white stripes on the socks, you got black and white stripes on the shirt, got black and white stripes on the skirt. You look like a fucking zebra, okay? Mix and match your motifs, okay? Mix and match your materials too. Because this outfit on the left here, 100% polyester. So no panties? I wonder what kind of panties they would be wearing. Probably black and white stripes there too. I think little pops of color are really important for min-maxing a good outfit, a good femboy outfit, you know? I think you could go like full pastel if you wanted to, but at the very least, like you need accent colors. You need accent colors. You need them. And you gotta balance those accent colors, right? You know? So I think you could keep like the shirt and then like this, the collar, and then like the garter belt, you know? You could keep all that. Okay, look at me for example, okay? Look at my outfit. Look at my design. I've got the gold around the necklace, and then I've got 2 gold charms around my arms. I've got red thigh highs, and I match that with a red sweater. And then my one pop of color, my accent color is my shorts, which are gray. Okay? To mix it up. Which is also reused like a little bit here and there, and then my eyes are blue. Okay? But you notice how I'm not just like red? You know?
Cheer 100, hello Taiga, my favorite streamer TaigaxHolic.
How's it going? Maroon! Welcome to stream. How you doing? Anyway, it's easier said than done. And again, as a starter outfit, if you guys want to get this as a meme or just a starter outfit and your first time cross-dressing, I don't really give a fuck. You know what I mean? You might get made fun of it for it though, okay? So I'm doing this out of a place of like, I'm a concerned parent, okay? And I don't want to send my kid to school to get bullied, okay? So this is me trying to help you guys. This is me trying to help you guys so you don't get bullied. Okay? Do I think you deserve to be bullied? I don't know. But I'm trying to help, okay? I do quite like these arm warmers though. Like I think that would look cute though, right? Like, you know, it's not bad. I think they're cute. I just like the pattern on them. I like it more than these. Like if I had to replace anything, like I'm just saying you could upgrade this stuff, you know? You could keep the exact same fit and upgrade it just purely by picking like better textures, better designs, better fabric. You know? You just gotta mix and match it a bit. Look a little deeper. Concerned parent, if you're gonna cross-dress, then do it right. Well, literally though, right? Like, I don't want you guys to get bullied. I don't want you guys to get bullied. To me, this is the type of outfit you show your roommate, yeah. I don't think I would like... Like again, I see this as like a uniform.
Hello,
like it's like a caricature of a femboy. Like if I wanted to get... If I was just doing a whole meme where it's like, hey guys, what if we did a thing where we all dressed up as femboys and then went to a convention, you know? I'd get everybody to buy this outfit. I'd get everybody to buy this outfit. It is the femboy outfit. It is the femboy outfit, you know? And that's okay. Anyway. No big deal, though. No big deal. What can I show you guys? I was gonna show you guys my outfit on the hill. Try to make it stop before time can draw the line and cut you down to a size beat. My cock. Check this out. This is what I look like when I go snowboarding. I femboy max on the hill. Once again, it's because it's cheap and introductory. I know. We've gone over that. It do be cheap and introductory. But like Amazon, there's way more options than that on Amazon. It's really easy to find good shit to wear on Amazon. Well, not great, not good shit, but like, you know, like anything you think you could want, like you could just find a better version of it, is all I'm saying. Oh wait, this one's cute. I just found some arm warmers that I think are even cuter. Hold on, check these out. Check fucking these out. I think I just found a fucking upgrade to those arm warmers. To the point where, like, I think I'm gonna buy these. I think these are adorable. I think these are quite cute. Femboys don't wear shoes. Actually, femboys do wear shoes, so you guys better think about what you're gonna wear when you're wearing shoes. Just saying. Just spraying, like... That's the other problem with that outfit. I have no idea what shoes I would wear with that. Okay, check this out. Look at these. Look at these little guys. Look at these ones. These are cute. They have little bows and ribbons on them. I fucking love that. And these are the exact same price. Let me be clear. These are the exact same price as, like, just the black and white stripe ones. Okay? So, like, even if you're still really attached to the idea of, like, oh, I need black and white. It has to be black and white because I hate color. I'm allergic to color. You have options. You have better options, okay? I'm just saying. Just look around a bit. You wear shoes? Prove it. Show us them grippers.
You wear shoes? Prove it. Show us them grippers.
Okay, you got me. I don't wear shoes. Okay, alright, I admit it. I don't wear shoes. Whatever. This isn't about me. But yeah, no, these are so cute though. These are so fucking cute though. These are really cute. Again, I'm not like really big on arm warmers though. I'm not really a fan of them. I don't really get like... I mean, I guess they can be cute. I think it depends. Let me see what the images are. Okay, I'm being proven wrong. I think they'd be cute. They're okay. They're okay. I think it depends on the rest of your fit though. On whether arm warmers are for you or like, you know. Because I think these can absolutely ruin an outfit. And I think they could enhance an outfit. But I think more often than not, like if the outfit isn't built to have arm warmers, it's gonna ruin that outfit. So I wouldn't throw these on anything, okay? That's just me though. Taste is subjective after all. I say that though, but I am gonna buy these. I do think they're cute. I'll find an outfit. I'll make it fucking work. I do think these are adorable. I love little bows. I love little ribbons. I love little ribbons. Oh wait, and then I found some, like, these are some thigh highs also on Amazon. You guys can't see what I'm looking at, but these ones have like the feet showing. I say, if you're only gonna wear this outfit indoors, you guys should get some like toeless socks. You guys should get some toeless socks, okay? Like if you're not gonna wear them outdoors with shoes anyway, might as well get something that's a little cuter. Ooh. These are like leg warmers that go over your boots. Wait, these are so cute. These are like socks that like, oh, yeah, they're like leg warmers. Okay. That's cute. I like that. I don't know. Ultimately though, like maybe that's just the style, you know what I mean? Maybe this is just the style. What do you guys think? Am I just unk? Am I just unk? Am I just unk status? I just don't get it, you know? Maybe this is just the style, you know? Maybe that's just like what people like. And if that's what people like, that's okay. Ultimately, you don't need to change for anybody. But I would encourage it. I would encourage trying new things is all. Bum 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 bum. I want to find some more femboy outfits. I haven't worn anything cute in a hot minute. Oh, if you look up femboy, this is the Google AI overview. A femboy is a person, typically a young assigned male at birth, AMAB individual, who expresses themselves through traditional feminine clothing, makeup, and mannerisms. It is a gender non-conforming style and identity that can include cisgender males, transgender, or non-binary individuals. Well, who knew? Who knew? Ask Grok to weigh in. I don't think I will. Is the AI right? I don't know. I think the more you try to figure out what each individual term means, the more you'll realize, like, none of this shit means anything. It's all fucking made up to make ourselves feel better. It's a bunch of bullshit. If you're a femboy, you're a femboy. If you say you are, you just are. I don't have the energy to argue anymore. Doesn't matter. By the way, somebody sent me a fucking Elgato Stream Deck XL off of my throne, and I just want to say thank you so much. Thank you so much to whoever that was. I'll probably shout it out on Twitter later. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. Ooh. Snoopy wears a red dress, yeah. You know it gives me the chills. Walking down the street. Okay. Wanna be a femme man? I am a femme man. My immersion. Ew. Let me look at my orders, my past orders for stuff I've bought online. There's some fucking trash out there, guys. Some fucking trash out there. Keep an eye out for trash, okay? Oh, wait, oh, you know what I wear all the time? This is something somebody bought me on Throne. I wear this all the fucking, oh wait, what did I just save? I don't know. I wear this all the time. It's a little snow poncho thing. It's so cute. It's so fucking cute. I unironically wear it all the time. It's like a poncho, but it's like for the winter time. So if I'm ever cold, I just like throw it on. He said, thanks for the ball, Dad. Come on, let's play. Not today, I've got a lot to do. He said, that's okay. I missed you, my femme dog. Yo, what's up, my femme dogs? You know I'm gonna be like him. Little boy blue and the man on the moon. When you're coming home, Dad, I don't know when, but we'll get together then, Dad. I can't sing the song. Femboys don't have father figures. Okay. Can I show you guys a website I really like? This is the website I used to shop a lot for clothes. It's a little more expensive than Amazon, you know? But the quality kind of represents that at the same time. So it's called Femboy Fatale. I don't think it's exclusively for femboys, but you know, it's available. This is a skirt that I own in real life. Like, this is where I got it from. It's like 64 bucks Canadian, so that's like what, $40 American. It's a really cute skirt. I fucking love it. I might get another version of it because they have like a black version like this, and I love this one. I wear it all the time. But they also have a blue version like this, and it's so cute. I love it so much. Highly recommend. But then like they've got all sorts of stuff, so you can go to bottoms, you know, and they got the dolphin shorts, you know. If you're here for dolphin shorts, they have dolphin shorts. But if you want to take a leap, you could get red dolphin shorts. You could try color. You could get some colored dolphin. You know, you could try color. And they also have like your, you know, all like the classic stuff, you know, like your Amazon basic skirt, except this one's actually in a style that I like. I like this style a little bit more personally. And it comes in color. It comes in denim. What's the dolphin part about them? I don't know, dude. Okay, listen, I don't make the rules. All I'm trying to do is recommend you guys some alternatives, okay? Not that any of you care. Are any of you even femboys? Do any of you even cross-dress? I assume this stuff is like, you know, I assume you can shop here if you're trans as well, okay? I think the name is just part of the name. But I don't know, I love this stuff, you know what I mean? See, I think this like also just looks way nicer, you know? Because like the thing about the Amazon version of the skirt, it's like, yeah, it's cheap, but the shape isn't very nice. This one is a nice shape. I think this is a much nicer shape. Maybe it's just the shape that I hated before. But I also still think it's like it's important to like get a matching outfit, right? You know what I mean? Like they get a really cute top with that, and then they just forgone the thighs. It's okay. Let me see bottoms. Let's look at all the bottoms. Look at all this stuff. You can get whatever you want. Running shorts, short shorts, like high-waisted frayed denim shorts. I might get these. I'm gonna get a pair of these. What do they have? Dark blue, white, black, vintage blue, and black gray. I think I like black gray. I think I like black gray for me personally. I'm not a huge fan of like blue shorts, but it depends on the, ooh, like this might be okay. This light blue, I might wear these, you know? If I was going for like a tomboy, because I have like this crop top, tank top t-shirt thing that's like a classic, like, it's like a Coca-Cola tank top shirt. I think that'd look really good with these blue jeans, you know? Just some classic frayed blue jeans. Underwear. Look at that, guys. Cute undies, I guess, if that's your thing. Dresses. I think I bought this maid outfit, straight up. I think I have this. Straight up Chinese reseller? Yeah, so is Amazon. What do you think you're getting from Amazon exactly? I have ordered from here before though. It might be a Chinese reseller, but the quality is better than Amazon. It depends on what you buy. I would check the reviews first before purchasing into this stuff, but like, yeah, I got this made outfit straight up. Hi, you're so cute. Thank you. You're cute as well. You too. They have rompers as well. This is so cute. Look at this one. What do you guys think? Would I look good in this? It depends on the top. I think that's my problem. I look at these outfits and I'm like, damn, I'd love that. But then you get the top and then you don't have a good outfit. You don't have a good like shirt to go with it. But this is cute. That's cute. This is cute. Black plaid. That's interesting. Or you could get like just regular black or pink. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Oh, and they also have shoes and lingerie. We're not gonna look at the lingerie. Oh, swimsuits. Oh, well. I kind of like this. This is kind of cute, right? Thoughts, chat? Would I look good in this? I think I'd look good in this. Ruffled bloomers. Oh, I love bloomers. I don't know what you look like. Well, then you're not a real fan. Not a real TaigaxHolic. Not a real TaigaxHolic. I literally post pictures. Oh, wait, and then, oh, wait. The femboy starter pack. Look. Oh. They got the femboy starter pack right there for you. Look. Look. You get everything here. The fucking shark. Yeah, even the blahage. That's crazy. Even the fucking shark. Themes. And then they got themes. You can go like cat. I wanna search for cat themed items. And then you can. Also, oh man, I bought these socks before. I don't recommend these, guys. These suck to walk on. These paw pads are just like big, thick, like rubber at the bottom of the foot. I don't know if it's like a BDSM thing. Like, I don't know if the purpose is that you're not supposed to walk with them on, but I can't walk with them on. It's awful. Can't wear shoes. They suck. I don't like them personally, but whatever, you know? Gothic Halloween. Oh, this is a cute skirt. They're for walking on your toes. I already walk on my toes. I don't need socks to do that. I'm a toe walker. This is a cute skirt. This one, I think. I like this. Cute design. But yeah, I don't know. Just an alternative or something. Just another place to look other than Amazon, guys. No big deal. If you don't like it, you don't like it. Yeah, they should put me on their site. I am gonna buy their skirt, straight up. Like, I do love that. That jean skirt. I've also got some dolphin shorts for them, just because, like, I was gonna wear them to the gym. Like, actually, unironically, just gonna wear them to the gym. But I don't like how long they were, I don't think. They didn't suit my legs very much. I think they look good in, like, the photos, I guess. But when I actually put them on, I didn't like them. I'm not big on dolphin shorts. I think they need to be a little shorter for me. I'm tired. Hi, tired. I'm dad. Never gets old. What's cuter, steampunk femboy or gothic femboys? I don't know. I don't think I have a lot of good examples for steampunk femboys, so I guess goth. But it depends on the goth. Like, what kind of goth are we talking? If we're talking Amazon Basics goth, like if we're looking at like, if we're looking at this outfit and being like, yeah, this is a goth femboy, then I guess the steampunk wins by default. I don't even think this is goth. This is like barely goth. Barely goth. You're wearing black and white, but that's not goth. Get some crosses or something, you know? Dad, is that you? Have you found the milk yet? No, you haven't. No. No, I haven't found the milk. Sorry, son. Sorry, kiddo. What kind of dolphin shorts should I get, chat? Actually, let me check the reviews for these ones in particular. Yeah, I'm not really... Maybe this guy just got, like, dolphin shorts that are way too big. Don't check. I can't. I'm glad I'm not looking at the reviews live on stream. Okay, I'm not gonna get these dolphin shirts. I'm not getting these dolphin shirts, actually. Oh, wait, they sell loose crop tops? I love loose crop tops. Am I femboy enough for you now, Dad? Sure, son. I'll fuck you. What does that mean? I don't think you should be... Never... No. How do dolphin shorts even vary compared to just colors? I don't even know, guys. I'm not big on dolphin shorts, okay? I'm not big on dolphin shorts in the slightest. Ads! Okay, let me check the reviews for this crop top t-shirt. Is it actually good? Good t-shirt, quality fabric, this person says. Ooh, wait, some of these are so cute. I might get a couple of these. I love crop tops. I fucking love crop tops. If I recommend fucking anything to you guys, get some goddamn crop tops. Do yourself a favor. Especially like some loose ones, some like loose baggy t-shirt crop tops, you know? If you're like dysphoric about your shoulders, which I used to be, really good way to hide that. Really good way to hide that. Ooh, I'll get a yellow one. I think I'll just get like a black one and a yellow one. I guess I could get a white one, but... What is this, sus? We're talking about femboy stuff. I'm giving advice on being a femboy. If you have any questions, let me know. And we're also listening to Harry Chapin, the legend. Do you guys know he went to Cornell University? You probably wouldn't. You probably wouldn't, but it's true, he did. I'm back. Guess what I learned? Slightly femboy related. What did you learn? What did you learn? Kita the Goblin. Share your wisdom with the class. I like this yellow. I like that black. Black is safe, but I like this yellow. Nice. Here, let me show you guys what I'm looking at. Sorry. I'm adding stuff to my cart. You guys want to shop with me? What do you guys think of this yellow? I like this black. I do. Black is easy, right? Black goes with everything. It's fine. But what do you guys think of this yellow? I think like with the right, like if I paired that with like some black, because I have a pair of black short talls. If I wore it over one shoulder with like the yellow, I think that'd be cute. I like that color yellow. Not a fan of it. Ugh. Oh my god. What are you a fan of, Sona? Do you like anything that isn't black and white? SMH. Cheddar t-shirt. Yeah, it's like a cheese slice. I like it. And then, like, I don't know. I could get red. They have burgundy and then they have red. low-key, I want to try to get the burgundy, just because, like, it's kind of close to what I wear. Would red be nice? I don't know. I don't know what I'd wear red with, though. I don't think I'd wear, I don't know, I don't think it would go with much that I have right now. They have green. The green's nice, too. It's like a nice kind of, what's green? Green is not a creative color, though. How do I hide the maid outfit I bought on Amazon for my family? When you check out the maid outfit at checkout, say this is a gift, and then they will package it as a gift. But if your family is the type that just opens your mail despite it not having their name on it, then you might be fucked. Then you might be fucked. I assert dominance with my family, though. I'm like, if you open my shit, I'll fucking kill you. Fucking kill you. I feel like the evolution of the Amazon basic fit is a gray colored shirt with colored gray shorts. Yeah, a little bit, to an extent. Accessories. I'll look at accessories later. I want to look at bottoms right now, and then I really want to get. I don't know how these how would these shorts fit? Do these fit well? No one's posted any images. Waist too big. I'm not a fan of buying jeans. I don't think. Oh, you know what would be cute? These would be cute though, right? Wouldn't these be fucking adorable? Apparel. Rompers. Or maybe this one. I think this one would be cute. What do you guys think? Should I get black or purple? Black or purple, chat. Black or purple. I kind of like the too big side, like the too big vibe that these have. Probably a medium. Purple? Yeah. Purple would be, it'd be something. It'd be different. I think I'll go purple. Because I've got some black short talls already, and then these would basically just be like an extension of that. I don't need another black pair, I don't think. Yeah, I think I'll go purple. Oh, I do think the black would go with, well, the black is so cute. Did anyone buy these? Can I see some reviews? A jumpsuit is good. For parameters, something, those are some sizes, ordered M. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? It smells a little, but it disappears. Maybe it's just that, like, do these look good? I can't tell. I like how high they go up on this person, but then on this person, they seem to be like a little lower. A lower cut. Maybe I should get like a bigger size? Complete discrepancy in the size chart for the size of the ale instead of the hips. Hips. Fabric on the jeans is very faintly similar. It doesn't stretch. So I'm thinking, like, I like this because it almost looks like a dress. You know, it almost looks like a dress on this thing. Check the size? Yeah, I'll probably check the size before buying. I'll probably check the size before just going for it, you know? This, though, I definitely know my size. I'm a small. I'm a small. I just gotta keep it that way. I gotta hit the gym. I gotta hit the gym. Let's go check the accessories, though. View all. Oh, boy. Oh, guys, look what it is. Look who we found. I actually would recommend probably just getting these off Amazon, you know? I think the quality is going to be terrible no matter what. You should probably just get it off Amazon. You getting fat? A little bit. Bracelets. Ooh. Wow, you can get a Zodiac bracelet? Yo. Oh, if I could recommend like one thing, instead of those fucking stupid arm warmers, get some bracelets. I find that helps a lot. If I don't I think a bracelet or two, it helps a lot, in my opinion. Arm warmers, oh boy. Huh. Huh. Wait, this choker's kind of cute though. Epic. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe this website's not perfect. Not as good as I thought. There's probably some better places to look. Oh, they have wigs too? That's kind of cool. I'm just gonna take it easy. I'm gonna just get what I know. Get what I trust. Your other model made me buy bracelets again, and it's been a game changer. Forgot how cool it was to wear them. It's so fucking cool! Why is she looking at socks? I don't know. I want some socks. I like socks. Ooh. They also have garters. Oh, this one's nice. Oh, that was for your neck or thigh. Oh, it's versatile. Very versatile, I see. Very versatile. You see, chat? It can go around your thigh, it can go around your neck, it can go around your thigh. Is it made for your thigh or neck? I guess both. I like this. I like this quite a bit. Yeah, I might get this one too. I might get that too. Versatile. Yeah, versatile. Grr. Can it go around your... No, not enough girth. Not enough girth. Anyway, thank you for shopping with me, chat. Really needed your input on that stuff. Really needed your input so I knew what to get. Oh well. Anyway, guys, I think our time is coming to an end. I have another like 10 minutes with you, okay? Or like 5. I play D&D soon, so thank you for coming to my early morning stream. I'm gonna raid out. Let's find somebody to raid if that's okay. Twitch. Let's just go to Twitch. Let's just see who's live that I follow right now. Who do you guys think is live right now? Anyone I know? Dude, there's not a single person I know who's live right now. What the fuck? I guess Merryweather's live. Fuck it. Let's raid Merryweather, I guess. Let's raid Merryweather. You're back on D&D? Yeah, I'm back on my bullshit. Slash raid Merryweather. How did you spell it? How do you spell his name? Hold on. Merryweather. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Alright. Be good to Mary, guys. They raided me a bit ago, so I guess it's because we'll return the favor. I don't like to raid people, but raiding people is stressful. It's not that I don't like to, it's just that it's a little stressful, you know? But yeah. Go enjoy Merryweather. I don't know what he's up to. He's playing, He's playing... I don't know what this is. Arknight's Enfield. Arknight's Enfield! Okay, we're gonna rate him. Have a good one, everybody. Thank you so much for coming. Take it easy. Love you guys. And I'll see you soon, okay? I'll see you sooners, okay? Thank you for the EU-friendly stream. Of course, I'll try to do a few more, you know? I think once I'm in my new place, I'll have a much more consistent streaming schedule, and I'll be able to stream basically whenever I want. Especially in the day, though. Especially at more EU-friendly times, so... Have a good one, guys. Take it easy. Love you. And I will see you in the next stream. Bye-bye. Thank you for listening to me yap about femboys.